G2. They are showing a tremendous amount of support. I want to give a kudos and a little bit of love there to that 0.6 gang for life sign. That is deep ball knowledge by the Genemates fans.
It's the perfect spin. If this is what we're associating with Envoy, then hell, I want to be in the 0.6 gang. Because listen, you win this series, I think that's what, a $130,000 jump up in prize pool. If you're in the 0.6 gang and you're making cash like that, that's a hell of a place to be.
To touch upon the 0.6 gang player as well, I mean, Envoy himself, he has been the X factor.
Yeah, that's the 1.6 right now.
Yeah, respectfully, he has been absolutely disgusting in the tournament so far. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Talk aside, it is time to play the game. Let's get it. In map number 1, to Gridlock we go. And Krem, oh, look at this. We're off to a bang.
Trying to get past no man's land. Even with the extra kills, well, no, Rancor is going to fall, so yes, pressure absolutely towards G2. No trophies for a while. This is a difficult hill to survive.
Yeah, this is a lot, man. Nades from spawn. Not a lot of places you can avoid those nades from. That big old bus. All your cover, you're going to be dancing around in the middle of the map here. P1 still rocking. And again, what an explosive affair. My goodness, the kills from both sides. Fantastic precision with the lethals thus far.
Yes, many men's will be dying to nades inside of P1, especially off the rip. But ultimately, I mean, fairly close in score. G2 are going to have a little bit of lead going into new. But of course, if they're soaking up the old time, going to be a man down on this approach. So Nasty's going to be taking his time. Envoy just wants to survive and block these spawns. And as Nasty falls, and Envoy does too, you lose all the pressure in the world. Heretics going to be good for a soak.
Over to 2. Low left-hand side of our mini-map. Attack here from G2, the blue arrows across that map. They are combing their way through. Oh, baby, it could not get better right now. Rencor, the final man to just try to tip the scales in favor of the Heretics, but lead change on its way. Heretics vacate the hard point for a second longer. Counter-attack is on, and so far, so good for G2.
This is perfect. Beans, by the way, tearing things up. 6-4 now that he falls to the hands of Super, but considering you're out-rotated towards the time, G2, this is already great chip damage they have done on the hill, and, well, Heretics have just now made it back inside, fighting for a final 15. Envoy not able to strip it away. G2 will, in fact, have to hit that rotation button, and they're playing aggressive. They want to keep this pressure up and keep Heretics very far away, but that also might mean open lanes.
Yes. Ben Beans jamming there in the feed. That's 8-4. He seems to he's made himself the hero of this series so far, a talking point that we're going to keep rolling through. But that's P3 now open. Onsen on the top-hand side of the map. That's going to be all G2 so far. Entry now on the right-hand side denied. Over the left, we find a window now to work with for the Heretics. On the attack, Nasty denies the first man. The second, to the pistol he goes. Byron plumage for 2.
Beautiful work, and they're reading the spawns. They know it's going to be a flip, which is not ideal in the long term. Kremp, super heads up, talks himself in a corner, so he's trusting his teammates to win some of these initial gunfights, and he's got the coverage up top, and Envoy getting squirrely. Intelligent player, but he does get gunned down by Real. Heretics, that might be the extra they need for the break.
Rashad dealt with. Metals with 2, and that's going to be the hard point break right now for Team Heretics. Wave after wave now of G2 players. They're able to get back into the fight so quickly, and it might just pay off. The numbers have tipped again. Kremp finds 2, make it 3. Another break here in the hard point.
At G2, they are all over it. They're also going to be forcing those distance spawns for Heretics. So this is the most comfortable they've been for any setup on a hill. They are firmly in control. I mean, we're still fighting at the old time. 10 seconds have gone by, and no one for Heretics is near this P4. Great soaker so far for G2, and Kremp trying to lock down the back.
Mixy moment right now with the Heretics finding the window, and that's a nice 3 in the feed. All 4 make it clean as you like. Hey, our point is going to flip wide open now. Heretics, can you set up in time as a single lane of attack that G2 have to work with? First one down. Here comes the next 2. Trades on point. Can they make it to the truck at least for the cover? Yes. Metals on the 4. He's starting to get rolling. And G2 split up, broken apart on that first attack.
Hottest moment for the Heretics. The coverage continues to flow. G2, those staggered pushes that they have had so far on this map, and Heretics, happy for it, have more or less been picking them apart. The trade's on point. Envoy gets a kill, dies a moment later. And all things considered, after that first set of rotations, maybe the slowest performer in the lobby is Super, but that's fine when it's effectively a tied-up game.
I was going to say, coming into the second set, as we start things off in P1 yet again, a wonderfully even matchup so far. And look at the kills as well for G2. These guys are so closely contested. A little bit more of disparity there in the stats for Team Heretics. But what an opener here on the first hard point, second set. Super, the man of the moment on the soak.
Very well played. Has the NPC for the close range fights. Well, if they're not contesting the time, they're keeping it distant. Great reads there on the pinch and a 1v1 for the extra edge, the separation. Metals is going to be doing the dance battle, and that means everybody's going to be close. It is a full square of battle. You're just reading the kill feed in these moments, and then it comes down to the 1v1. Heretics get it, and they're going to be good for the final 20. That is phenomenal P1 time.
That is as good as it can possibly get. You're talking about that separation, that little bit extra might come down to the end because it's still closely contested. G2 starting to fall off here in the second set. Let's go for a Saudi check-in and see how they sound.
Bust up, IVT. One's front, yeah, front. One is front. Bust up half health. And Super is out. Outer 18. Outer milk as well.
I see Arnold. He's alley.
I saw Max with it. I think he's staying alley. No, donut. Big Tom was 18. Bust up. Watch out. Nice, Super 18 actually. 18 weak.
You telling me sushi guys on time?
18. Still 18. I spawn solo still.
That was on time, guys.
Give me time. I'm coming through post.
I spawn close under us. We can play this.
Yeah, Super still 18 on you. 18 weak. In the close 18. In the close.
Yeah, you got me.
18 then. Nice. He's gonna pillar me. Why do you think time?
Iroh post. You're gonna hold the cost from sushi player.
It's got sushi and time.
Well, 60 brings us back.
Yeah, it's still
I
know that. Nice still. I spawn here. Bikes.
Bikes, one on you, said bikes?
Yeah, bikes, yeah, solo.
I don't see him.
He's gonna be solo late.
He's playing you guys, I think.
He's booked the bikes,
On time. One is going out of shot.
Overload dead.
Yeah, one is gonna be dojo, okay? Super.
That guy's spawned ice cream.
Yeah, I spawned old. I'm gonna pinch him.
Whole week out. Yeah, there's two only mirrors in.
I'm pinching.
And one's gonna be mid late.
Hearing a decent amount of Coach Looney there in the comms for G2. Clarifying some information, just keeping the boys a track of players. A very interesting addition that, as of yet, not really working out. Heretics on the run.
Yeah, I mean, the spawns from the old time at P2 end up making that super mixy. Helped out G2 to get the break, and they're trying to capitalize, take that full advantage. They're down by 50. Heretics, once they got the momentum, they have ceased to look back. Well, now they might need to regroup and try to gear up for the push. The trades in the feed are great, but G2 is going to win this battle currently with the pressure like this.
So far, so good. Beans and Envoy getting a couple. Onsen starting to get a little bit more relaxing for them. Krent with the mid-map space. Going to get caught out by the timing. Over to Beans. Can't get number 5 in a row. Renko, what a kill. Over to time. Nasty holding it all together. But a two-man pinch is going to see that one go the way of the Heretics. A few measly seconds, but now on the rotation, a sneaky corner from Rencor yet again. What a life this is. 3 superb kills on the rotation.
Yeah, they're going to give up that front pressure towards time. So G2 actually make it to the hill first, but without the back spawn, very difficult to hold on to it. Need to win the gunfights inside the time. They actually have a trophy, so in a defensive position, G2 trying to make the magic happen. Finally, you get the clearance there for Heretics. They trade a little bit of time to make it happen, but they're playing the long game.
We're running out of time to keep playing long games. Trying to get this one closed out sooner rather than later for both of our teams. This long best of 7 is a campaign that they must continue on. Shots from Super, 21-19. We're finally seeing that separation in the kills department. He and Metals, 23 and 18, starting to take over. Here's the gap as Heretics continue to widen it.
In the first set of rotations, you had Super about double negative, and it was still effectively a tied-up game. He was much hotter on this second set, and Heretics have built themselves a fairly sizable lead. 44 seconds separates the two teams, and it is going to continue to be a battle on P1. Metals doing the dance, and he gets that extra kill. Heretics in time first.
Back to P1. Somebody, for God's sake, play a trophy. We need him now. Turn here for G2, a couple of good ones. Can they find a successful P1? Heretics with that 205, sitting pretty for now. Work here out of Metal, still on that flank, 26 and 19. He is now lost. G2 committing resources to try to find him. He's attacked the hard point. Still providing the pressure, the flank. Ooh, good for a second, but G2 survived. Looking at P2 now as well. What a run.
Metals is in a great position to sort of be that nuisance, but then Real fills in behind him, and they just get re-pinched. So you had a good route from Metals, just a better one for G2. And that 40-point lead has absolutely vanished. A much tighter contestation into the new time. And while G2 are there first, number 7 and number 8, the AR duo for Heretics are swarming for the back spawns.
Yes, left lane. Heretics have managed to punch their way through Beans. Oh, the late attack, a lovely two-piece. A third. You bet ya. Beans on a run. P2 still in the hands of G2.
Ripping and roaring, and now it is all guns forward. Kremp in the middle of the map, by the way, might hit the ultimate pinch on this time. Heretics, though, pick it up, but he still wins the gunfight, and when you're in a pinch, well, turns into a square-up battle. Both these teams are firing.
Still on Beans, trying to find the entry now towards time. Still close. Beans on a 5. Over the top for number 6. Hard point goes blue. G2 and Beans at the helm. What a play. He's still gunning. 8. Can he make it 9? Beans on a run. G2 holding. Lead change.
He's looking for it. Next man in line, and he can't quite get it, but still heroic moments. In the final 15 seconds, you're going to be fighting for Heretics just from the back spawns. All this emphasis for the break that they did not get until there's 8 seconds left, and that means they lose the rotation. G2 looking to call game on this B3.
Oh, they've got to get it done up top. Over to Envoy. Tactical retreat, back it up a little bit, wait for the rest of the squad.
Look at number 6, look at that spawn.
He's right in the back, but what a read though. Nasty's on it, he's got the job. So G2 so far, they're holding. Heretics now through the front. Can Riel find something? From inside, Tao's down, it's Envoy with the kills. This could be map 1. Last chance here for the Heretics. Through the right-hand flank they go, and Envoy trades out 1. It's over! G2 start the series off right. And many men wished death upon Beans, and he marched his way through 8 of them.
I love him. He is so good. And the conversation around the roster change for G2 is, hey, listen, with Skies, you get great leadership, you get great comms, you get the snipe and search and destroy. Beans is an interesting fill-in because he brings most of the same things to the table, but I think it was Nameless on the desk or the studio that touched on it and just said, Beans is good for maybe 1 pop-off per map. He finds those moments, converts those sequences, and for G2 in this map 1, is exactly when they needed it. On that P2, that 6 spree gave them all of the momentum, and really, I think just shook the side of Heretics, ended up fighting so hard for the P2 time that they only got 8 seconds on, lose that rotation, and the game just collapses. Beans out here playing like butter.
He's just having a great time. Half of it starting here, these kills under the bridge, that's a ridiculous bit of work. Third man still on a spree here, ridiculous battles up close, up over the top, playing the 18-wheelers so well. These kills are so hard to get at this level.
And for that pop-off moment, at the start of that sequence, they were down by 20, they walk away up by 30 with the roto, so he times that up perfectly, and this is a man that does not break.
Oh, G2 may win, but we've got Lou talking to the Heretics fans.
Muchas gracias, guys. Thank you very much to our lovely casters. Heretics are down 0-1 against G2 here, as I am standing by with the Heretics fans. First off, guys, you got picked by Kremp yesterday first in the draw show. And you know, the players have been talking their shit a little bit on stage, so I wanted to give you the opportunity of answering. Los G2 os tiraron trash talk y Kremp también hizo el pick primero de Heretics ayer. Entonces, ¿queréis responderles algo?
Bueno, le tienen miedo al éxito, entonces quieren el camino fácil, pero van a ver que no lo es.
Que no lo dicen, ¿no va a estar fácil para ellos?
No, para nada, van a ver que van a perder muy facilito.
Oh, okay, they're gonna lose really easily. They went the easy way to the playoffs, and we're not gonna make it easy for sure. And then I wanted to ask you about France, you know, because we know that there is a bit of rivalry between France, Spain, and the Spanish-speaking countries. So I want to know, how has it been so far? Entonces, puedes hablarme de Francia, de París, ¿qué tal la comida, la gente aquí en la EWC? Dime.
No, mucho mejor de lo esperado. La recepción, la calidez de la gente, todo, la verdad, increíble. Muy contento, la estoy pasando muy bien, estoy disfrutando mucho de todo el evento y nada, la verdad que increíble, muy contento, muy contento.
Genial, es un placer oírlo. So yeah, we've been having a blast here in Paris, the organization, everything. I'm just having a wonderful time and I hope that it can keep on going. Thank you very much, guys. Muchas gracias por la entrevista. Y la última palabra, the last word.
¡Vamos, Heretics!
Back to the game.
Oh, thank you so much, Lou. Thank you to the Heretics fans as well. Great fun. Bad news for the Heretics fans, that guy.
I mean, who's more elite, Envoy at EWC or Lou for the interviews? 3 different languages she has covered at this event, so it has been a spectacle in multiple regards, but Envoy, especially at S&D, has been a monster. Now, clean across the board, great in the respawns. For the first half of that first hard point, Envoy is the only reason his teammates really were able to stay in the game and gave the setup for the pop-off towards the end. He's the man to look out for in search and destroy. Him and Kremp, a very dynamic duo.
The Kremp. The one and only Kremp. We'll see how they go. On the other side of the stage, Heretics. We're talking about Super and Rancor as the true search and destroy powerhouse there for the Heretics all year long. Metal's the fantastic wild card. You can never count him out of any situation. And Real, again, starting to get more comfortable. He was not a comfortable man on that Koi roster earlier this year. But as of now, a much stronger suit changes up the series quite a bit. Now we go to our next map, folks. Here we roll into the Search and Destroy, and we will see just how this goes for G2. Immense momentum coming in off that gridlock hardpoint to win firmly in their sails. Will they make it home?
They certainly want to carry that through. You know, it's a story for Heretics. When they're on form, when their S&D is on point, they flow like water. When Super's hitting the snipes, it feels great. You know, if you're looking at a player like Rancor, if it's going great, one of the best players in the world. If it's going terribly, you're just questioning his arrow on the minimap non-stop. But so far in this tournament, they've also been flowing in S&D. So Envoy wants to stop that as quick as he can for a long belabored series that we have. 3 S&Ds in the best of 7. Extra value here for the map 2.
To Fringe we go. What a treat this will be. We will be blessed with the Beans versus Super snipe off. Here we go, folks. Map number 2. We're seeing the red team Heretics attacking first. And what an aggressive look here. Super's snipe is one thing, but the pressure now through the middle of the map from Nasty, that shot's ring out, so now it's on. Massive tags, Beans no snipe, but he gets the best of Super.
Shallon, disrespectful on that. You love to see it, bringing the aggression to the snipe, and that is absolutely back Heretics down. Beans is just standing tall in the middle of the map. I mean, he's covered this entire lane by his lonesome. Nasty's covering the A side, and Envoy responsible for B. Any direction Heretics want to go. G2, ready for it.
3-1. Oh, a bullet away from the kill. Beans, can you find this? Lovely work out the Heretics. Metals with a pinch. Covered. One man left to deal with. That's going to be Nasty. Here on the clutch, a 1v3. Real with the coverage yet again. All bases covered. Reinforcements arrive, but no need. Heretics. Strong start.
Spanish teamwork. Quite literally the deciding moment is just through trains. Envoy throwing shoulders back and forth. Recognizes the distant guy on the truck, but just a single bullet hits him, and that makes that next gunfight for Real so much easier. You see already challenging when he's weak. I think Envoy almost wins that 9 out of 10 times when they're both full HP. That's the Spanish coordination that you love to see. They got the first one.
Yeah, it's a running sort of theme here, that Spanish COD. It's aggressive, it's in your face. It's very fast, quick bait and switches. They love it. G2 unable to find an answer for that playstyle whatsoever there in the first round. We're going to swap sides now, second round. It is first to 6 here in Search and Destroy.
Nice for a Super to have more real estate on the... What the hell?
They're Tekken characters in cosplay.
Is that what that
These
is?
are Tekken characters. Yeah, that is...
I know Stream can't see this, but that...
I hope Stream do get to see it.
That's so confusing.
They're on the wrong stage. I mean, I'm not sure I'm ever going to get a chance to say Heihachi Mishima on a COD stream again in my life, but there it was. Back to the game. Round 2. It's all, folks, I'm not kidding, all happening here at the Esports World Cup. And so is Real, yet again. Heretics finding that first. Advantage to play with. Envoy trying to take it right back. Oh, what a moment. Oh no, denied by Super. It could have been so colossal. Rancor out deep. It's a fantastic round for the Heretics, and Nasty yet again. A chance to clutch. Surely the Heretics deny.
Instant denial. Super's going to drop him. Back-to-back rounds for Heretics and Real right now. Starting the series off great. First blood in that round, and he had that sort of deciding kill in the round previous. And just to backtrack to the Tekken characters, that's the first 6-pack I've seen at a COD event since Doug Sensor Martin retired.
Nice. Hope Doug's doing great. Heretics smooth as butter in round 2. And yet again, just overwhelming the G2 line. Beans the only man to muster a kill in that probably a trade situation, so...
no, he ripped Super with the snipe.
That's what he did, you're right. Nice, nice, nice. Microphone activated. Here we go. Bang! First of Beans.
I mean, Chalet, that's an aggressive angle with the snipe towards A and mixing it up. That's typically Nasty's position. And that means Nasty's going to be the overlook for Envoy, but the adjustment's already there. Similar situation, but Envoy Wins is 1. You got a 3v2.
Now set up around this. Try and deny the B-bomb site push. So many corners here to deal with on Fringe. Long lines of sight as well, and that's where Beans wants to put this sniper. But now he finds himself in a very precarious situation. Will Metals and Super commit to this?
Well, G2, you can also isolate any of these players, so they're playing a bit of a risky game. Well, Nasty gets the information. Now Beans knows a little bit more pressure on the front side of time. Krem's making moves, so G2, they are triangulating these players, but still, you might be able to isolate a gunfight. Super gets the get back on Beans, but also left him in a 1v2.
Wow, how close he came. Can he make it 1v1? The one and down on the pump. Nasty still holding the back door. Here we go. Round 2 on the snipe. 15 seconds on the clock to play with. And Super down. G2, a much more reserved, far more conservative round win compared to the way the Heretics have been playing.
Yeah, very calculated. Great angle by Kremp in the doorway, playing it extra safe. And of course, Beans, well, kickstarting it. The first blood, very nice to get. And Rancor didn't even throw his shoulder. I mean, his arm just swings out, but that is all Beans needed to see. Honestly, the difference maker is Super. That missed shot on Nasty, extremely difficult shot to hit. I mean, just the forehead that you're dealing with on that heady, but that could have been the thing to make it spicy. Don't miss, don't lose. Still, though, Heretics up 2-1.
Yeah, what a clutch that could be. I feel like we're getting treated to a few more opportunities like that. Mr. Beans at long range here was sniping to put that way back over to the M15. Heretics not committing too much to the middle of the street. Now Main Street not full of players, mostly G2.
And if Beans doesn't see anything on that barn cross, you might be worried about a bit of an A stack, because Heretics actually a low side of the map spread, so they have more bodies here for the A pressure, but Metals is also still by himself and gunned down, so with all the pressure for Heretics, they left their boy out to dry.
I mean, G2, if they're not a B, they're going to be A. Let's go find out. A Fafo moment that pays off for them for now. Real trying to retake the site, get some space, banged up. Rotation now over towards the B-bomb site. Rencor spots them in a position now to cause some serious issues. No, dealt with. G2, what a fantastic adaptation. Nothing but profit so far.
Look at how grouped up together they are. Yep, and bad timing. Real gonna get traded out. Actually gets a kill before he falls, so maybe a slightly easier road here for Super, but a 1v3 and a snipe in hand. Extraordinarily difficult for the club.
Tried. Gave it the old college one. Not enough.
Yeah, and Metals, of course, just isolated over towards 10. He had 2 players there that were not with him as they needed to be, but on that section of the map, and they isolated him. Isolation on the next guy, but yeah, never a fun setup on the minimap when Rancor has 3 players on his screen all shooting at the exact same time. Metals had 3 players on his screen shooting at the exact same time, and there's absolutely no follow-up, so sort of a strat and a setup there that G2 effectively picked apart.
All square here on Fringe. First to 6. And a B-bomb site here where both teams will be meeting each other. The numbers in favor of the Heretics. But numbers change. They do not lie, though. Oh, boy. G2 strike true. Rancor alone. And another decisive round. It's one of those Fringe, bit frenetic, start things off quick.
I mean, brother, G2 are fearless. Yeah, the smoke comes out. Envoy says, I'll run through that. That's fine. Wins as 1 gets traded. I'm thinking, okay, the round will settle down. Heretics will take the space. And Kremp goes, I'll fly through that too. That's fine. I'll go into no man's land. I don't care about no AR backup. I'll do it myself. And Kremp good for 2 and seals the deal. G2 hyper aggressive.
Yeah, that aggressive sort of round. Kremp's like, hey, hold my sponsor-friendly energy drink. And he gets involved.
Nice save.
Thanks, man.
Good job, nice save.
Thank you. It's not my first rodeo. Advantage now to G2, just a single round to play with. Beans. We haven't seen that many connections from this angle throughout the year.
You can see Metals, though, sliding around it perfectly.
Yeah, you can
Quite
see
literally.
it. It's more about getting the kill. We haven't seen too many of those, but hey, no time like EWC. Kremp with the intel. Oh la la la! Beans pulls up the snipe now to the tracks. Not even going to waste that 7.62 going down range. Anybody home? We're exhausting our nades and stuns quite quickly here.
Well, Envoy is chirping in the comms. You see him in the player cam. Giving the communication that, hey, lane's open. Gonna nade out A to see if it's there, and the team really now starting to wrap back. And there is no presence on this site, but Metals and Super Maybe quick to fill this in. In the meantime, Nasty dealing with 2, trying to get out of dodge.
Yeah, this is a pinch now from the Heretics. They're trying to make something happen. Oh dear, to the bomb site. Send it! Envoy, fearless, drops the bomb. Does not complete the plant, and he will be able to do that again though. Coverage there has to be perfect. And Krem, more than his spidey senses, tingling now on the attack through the middle of the map. The Heretics, knowing that the bomb is well and truly planted, it's on. Retake opportunity here in the 3v3.
Oh, they're double wrapping through Tin. Real, a lot of pressure on him in this sort of solo moment. But he's cleared out the sights. So he's feeding the information. He's got 2 players in Tin. He can shoot in the back.
Yeah, time to go, boys. Beans out of position. Trying to find something here, but no. A meal made of it. Krem strikes. 2v2.
Huge. Metal's going to give you extra.
Down at Krem. And he's got to play this so sensibly and so safe. This is a very common spot. No check for the defuse as of yet. And Krem, here he goes. 10 seconds. He's going to time this perfectly. Oh! The defuse is good. Vamos, Heretics.
The defuse is good. The caster curse is better. Did not time it perfectly. I think he maybe chowed that at 7.8, 7.9. Maybe the second look, but
it looked quite 8. I mean, that's how it goes.
And great check on the corner just to pick up Envoy. Well, here's your time. He got 8.6 just about when he goes for that swing. Krem just feeling the pressure of the moment. And that is, again, Rancor at his absolute best. Just L-triggered, shreds them right on top of the bomb. That is a massive round for Heretics to collect.
That decision there, and he's worried that the players were maybe already on the bomb.
No, I mean, he cleared it. You know, he could wait the 7.5. He just missed time. He's probably worried about a player sliding out the check tin because they're clearing out everything. Whatever he thought costed him.
Well, 3-3 here in the second map. God, what a fun match. My gratitude. Not a huge amount of motion here from either of our teams. Trying to pull anything here. G2 not making any moves. Heretics still trying to find a hole to work with.
Well, the biggest adjustment is indeed Kremp. Envoy playing the exact same default spot. Beans is sort of jumping back and forth to help out mid. Number 5's getting squirrely. Real creeping up on the map, and there you go. Catches Beans. Now it's the dance battle with the SMGs, and in the smoke, Envoy drops him immediately. Kremp gets caught. He tried to get too active. We get a 2v2.
What smoke. Envoy just thermal vision took care of that. So on the tip here, back and forth, Nasty goes, trying to stay safe. Does have eyes. There's the comms calling it out. It's going to be a straight up 2v2. Heretics, what have we got? Damage at a Rancor. That's what we got for now. Double back towards the back door. Heretics trying to meet them on the pinch here. Here comes to the streets. And Envoy, massive damage. Nasty repositions. The Metals will get away with his life, and he should be able to plant this. We are looking at a 1v1.
And an NPC versus an M15. Metals wants it close range.
Nasty, can he get there fast enough? Can he catch him through a window? Find that information. This is going to be so challenging for G2 on the retake. The timing has got to be sensational. And there it is. Metals wants this battle. All the space Nasty can buy. Going wide, hoping to catch him, and so far no good. There it is. Exactly where you wanted him. Metals with the NPC for the round.
And that is phenomenal comms in Espanol for that squad. When it comes down to 1v1, the question always is, who am I playing against? As soon as you figure out it's Nasty, that's the site you want to plan in. Keep those gunfights close quarters. An interesting setup. Maybe that sort of that focal moment of the round. Kremp just a little bit too aggressive through dubs. Rancor in the perfect spot. And yeah, he felt he got blown away. That is the NPC up close.
That's exactly what that weapon does. If you're watching yesterday's games, you saw plenty. Nearly all the search and destroy maps decided by some NPC magic. Beans.
That's unbelievable.
Come on!
Rancor's been hitting the gym.
That boy is thick. On a force spree is Metals. And he's managed to get himself to a lovely position. Oh my goodness, that another hit marker? Beans gets him with a pistol, so that's done. Metals, low key, also kind of thick for real.
I mean, yeah, that only did 65 damage.
Unreal.
That's insane.
Okay, well, man advantage G2. More on that later.
Rancor has to get 2 here. Well, he doesn't have to. He has to get 1. It'd be great if he gets 2.
Let's find out. It's great!
Got it.
If he gets 3, it's quite frankly the round. Envoy to the 1v1, and it's Real. It should be an NPC and an NPC, and the timing for Real, the damage for Envoy. Will he push the advantage? We're going to slow this down. G2 must recover the bomb and plant.
Yeah, and you see Envoy in the player cams, by the way, hit the quick. Who is it? Finds out it's Real, starts to calculate how he wants to approach. Problem is, only 20 seconds left.
He's going to be difficult to make his way towards B. We're calling the A play. Yes, Real's going to check B. A great idea. But now with the bomb plant, it's on. Guessing games begin yet again. Here comes Real. Oh boy. Now the haunted house of horrors through the middle of the map. And Envoy, he's got the advantage. The dance. We're pumping. We're jumping. There was a duel in Main Street here on Fringe to decide the round.
Envoy has been so good this event. He has won. I mean, so consistently over the course of his career, absolutely on point, just like those pistol shots. Rancor did his job. If he gets one there, it's good. You get two, it's great. Envoy, though, just simply outguns Real.
God.
And you got to bleep that last part out.
Got to bleep quite a lot of that bit out. He's a very passionate player. I do believe it was the last bullet in his NPC magazine to get the job done. 4-4 here on Fringe.
Envoy 9-6, 3 spree, 3 plants. Couldn't ask for too much more. Still, though, got to close it out. We are very aggressive. I mean, Kremp up on the truck. He is just getting so much real estate. Just backs all the way down. A fun-looking mini-map on the flip side. Real also aggressive inside of tools. None of these guys can fall for the bait, and that's the fall. You had a weak guy in mid. Beans forced to hit the shot, and he delivers.
Wait for this one, though. Oh! As close as it could have possibly been. Trade good. McCremp immediately identifying the next possible wave of players there coming from the Heretics through the middle of the map. Regroup. Try to rendezvous by the tracks and attack B. We're committing to this. Envoy. He will see the feet first. The pounce. Damage on the second man. Not a huge rebuttal yet. You still have numbers, G2. And there it is. Nasty to close the door. Map point.
Huge. Double digits for Envoy. Gets his 10th kill there in the trains. That has been his spot defensively. But the most important one is Kremp and Beans working together towards the middle of the map. Kremp is just, again, fearless towards mid. He gets tagged up weak. Metals gets that kill. Dead to rights, if not for the savior. And of course, there on the flip side, Beans might fall, but his duo, hey, you saved my life, I have your get back.
Heretics time to bounce back. Last chance here on Fringe. Envoy bomb in hand. The attacking rounds have not been bad, defensive rounds have not been bad. We've seen a little bit of everything. No B-bomb plants as of yet, and we might be committing to that fast, but that stun, good lordy, that has ruined the plan.
Well, Heretics may be double pinching through tin. But they're actually sort of wrapping back. So, okay, Heretics are going to group up together for the retake, but this is going to be a B-bomb plan.
Here they come. Vamos a Heretics. Fantastic connection on the nade. Oh, even better work out of Rancor. That is unbelievable two-piece. Beans surrounded. Nasty can't finish the kill, so now the challenges continue to mount for G2. We might be going to 11. Beans on the expedition. Finds one. We go high. Nasty on the trade. 1v1.
And where the hell is Metals? After all that kicks off, this is going to be a 2v4 clutch. Another 1v1 attempt for Metals in this moment. And this is honestly revenge time for Nasty.
Donde está? As Metals sniffed him out. The crowd trying to will some noise here. And it looks like Nasty may have been spotted. Is he going to turn around when he needs to the most? No, he's not. It's a round 11. Ay, Dios mío. We're going the distance.
And what could have been in that round for the 2v4 clutch? Rancor just kickstarts it.
Oh my God.
Laser-like shots, gets both of them. But then the teamwork just falls apart. Nasty sort of gets the damage on Metals over towards the A site, swings past, gets good tags on the next guy. So the guy playing front barn, concerned about him. Should have been more worried about Beans, but none of this matters now. The only round that matters here is this round 11.
Attacking round again for G2 Esports. 2-2 for the Heretics here. Committing way past junk, looking for the tin hit. Envoy will see them. No fight as of yet. A shoulder thrown. Alone now with the bomb. This could be a devastating moment if he's caught. There's the intel. Mid-map presence, though, still here for the Heretics. What a nade! Kremp makes it a sight.
I mean, he just found the route. He is taking the space and saying, hey, guys, this B-site's open. They could be top barn, they could be back spawn. I have everything else. But now the double pinch coming through for the Heretics players. Then they just have 2 players, not worried about it all. Nasty is finally turned, but one might make it through. No, he gets spotted out. Now he's tagged up and maybe gunned down for the trade.
No, Metal's still alive. Traded. All down to Rencor. Through the smoke. How long can he stay alive? Battling now. 1v1. Sensational work from the young Spaniard. Envoy. Can he bring down another Heretic? Can he put the heresy to rest? Or will Rencor get his boys on the board? They've danced round and around. Heretics take map number 2. 1-1 here in the series.
How about that from Rancor? 3 different moments in this map when you needed him to make the big play, he delivers. Ice cold in the search and destroy, and the only round that mattered was the round 11 and a 1v3 clutch. How sweet it was.
What a play from Nasty to identify those 2 players in the flank. Comms immediately over to Beans. Heretics were swarming. They were taking so many advantages here. They pressed the initiative. An outstanding map. Over to Enigma.
It's a stunning play from Rencor to avoid going 2 down in the series. Insane stuff here at the Esports World Cup. Guys, I tell you what, as series go, it's been pretty back and forth, pretty damn close. No closer than that S&D.
My jaw is still on the floor. I think from that round 11 on the side of G2, what sucks is like they played that map fantastic. I feel like all the way through they got behind early on because Heretics was waiting for them. They were playing really passive. We're not used to that from them. And then they got used to the pacing. Then they were like, fine, you guys are gonna sit back. We'll start playing as a team. We'll start playing these trade battles and these picks. It goes their way. I think you want that round 6 back where Kremp unfortunately peaks a little too early because then we have a different result.
Man, I gotta tell you, as we looked at some of the reactions from that round 11, like those are the plays that you live for, and it was set up so well by G2. Like they waited for that pinch. Nasty finds the kill. Yep. They're in such a good spot.
On the info.
And Rencor with the 1v3 just guns Kremp. Like Kremp's the guy that gets smoked there, so he's going to need a big bounce back in this break.
There isn't a hell of a lot of fans here for either G2 or Heretics, or of course Pockets, but if you could hear the screams, that's because everybody inside the venue, of course, losing their minds. None more so than you, Rosalie. We're over the other side of the venue, and I think the boys were picking you up, but of course, some lovely stuff to close things out. But what about the early stage? What you're seeing from both sides, considering the length of the series and the S&Ds yet to come?
A lot of confidence, and I think in a couple of moments, so like we ended up in a lot of 1v1 situations, 1v2s, and the feeling of like this isn't over just yet, because I feel like all the players on the stage right now are definitely trying to play at their peak. I don't think I've seen Rencor play at that level in a very, very long time, man.
Yeah, I think for this Heretics team, it was really when they were winning searches, just super finding the snipes. And early on in this map, Beans played super aggressive, shut down that sniper, and so you saw Rencor had to get creative. He had to get crafty. 1 round pushed all the way up to 10, playing an off angle. Like he doesn't typically play that aggressive with the AR in search and destroy. And I think that switch up just set them up for greatness, and he caps it off with one of the all-time plays in EWC.
Now you mentioned as well, of course, some of the superstar players have been coming through the aggression. Of course, that man right there, Beans, having himself an impressive series thus far, but none more so than in map 1, Nameless. He absolutely popped off. Of course, a lot of great stuff coming from him, but it's not all about that end spree.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they had to make a little bit of a comeback. Heretics
they did.
Off to a nice start.
And, story.
They're down like 60 points or so. It's second rotation P3, where Beans, he just has these moments, and we've been talking about them throughout the weekend, where he can just take over a sequence, finds a 4 streak to win them that P3, they get a 60, and then he closes the game out, Ali, on what was like an 8-9 streak.
It was an 8.
So
I think he went for the 9. He almost could have got it, and he probably just ran out of ammo near the end, but that's what they needed to just give them that final push near the end there. Like you said, they were on the back burner. In fact, it was Beans that was struggling down the board, but he ends up over positive with that final streak and doing exactly what they needed.
Yeah, no, a lot of aggression coming out of Beans. We've talked about him a lot coming into this team, of course, swapping out Skies, the impact that he might have. Feels like a player that can take over in certain moments, but none less so than when he's really feeling himself. And you can see that up on the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And when he's on those streaks, the team feeds off of that energy.
Yeah.
You know, you just need those types of moments. And I think now, you know, him coming in for Skies just gives a whole new element to this team in Respawn to where, like, they can go into that game too. You lose that Heartbreaker and Search and Destroy, but now you have more of a Respawn backbone. You have another player who can take over and pick up for the slack if Kremp's not having a great performance.
Staying lightly on the Beans topic as well, going into this in the weekend, Search and Destroy was actually his strength. He was coming in with like a 1.7 in that game mode. So I think a big takeaway you can take from our first two maps is that he was able to do it in the Respawn. He was able to do it in that map number 1, which means they're going to need him in this overload, because when it comes to the Respawn, they've actually been leaning more on Nasty and Kremp. And we know what Kremp is capable of doing when he's on one, but I feel like we've kind of been waiting for Nasty to get activated, to see the Nasty that places second at an EWC weekend.
Allie, just you wait. We're going to get that Kremp map.
Oh, no, we gonna get it.
The Kremp map is coming. He's going to have one of those. And, you know, that clutch, man, there's so many moments you two probably wish that they had back, but that's in the past. Just got to look forward.
Yeah, Kremp map certainly feels inevitable at some point. And, of course, several maps still to come inside of this series. An incredible day of Call of Duty in front of us, and we're kicking things off with 2 bangers. But up next, Den Overload, Sake, Hard Point. Where are you leaning on this?
I mean, this for me is kind of like Heretics have to win this. I see that gridlock at the later half of the series, and I talked about it. G2 is loving that map this weekend, and if that map 1 comeback told me anything, is that they are still feeling confident on it. So I think this Den and Sake and these respawns are going to be huge for Heretics, because I don't know if they could take another Search and Destroy off of G2.
Yeah, I'll echo that. The gridlock's very good for G2. The one you felt like Heretics had a good chance on was the gridlock hardpoint, and ultimately they fell there. So right now, this Den Overload is a huge opportunity for Heretics.
Now, massive opportunities on the board and plenty of action still to come. For all of that, we're going to send it back on over to the boys. Miles and Chance, take it away.
Thank you very much, Andy lad. Let's get back into this one, Mr. Chance. Over to Den we go.
Many mans.
They tried. They tried to take Bean's life, but that was a long time ago. They definitely got the better of him a few times in that Search and Destroy. Great back and forth. Lovely back and forth series, what you want. Plenty more COD still to be played, though, in this matchup.
Everyone knows Beans. He's very cat-like. He's got the 9 lives.
Yeah.
He purrs. Loves milk.
Keep going.
His nickname in middle school was Tabby.
Yep. What about if you put like toast on his back?
Excuse me?
Yeah, I don't know. I might be wrong here. Chat, you might be able to assist me here. I think if you stick toast, like jam and toast to a cat's back, they can't fall upright. I don't know. I'm a dog person. I'm asking for assistance here, chat. You can also tweet me. We'd just love to be able to clarify that information. That'd be fantastic. Thank you so much. Into the Den Overload we go.
Yeah, Pete is going to come calling. That is very close to animal cruelty. But this is a Den Overload. The only cruelty here is going to be towards each other. G2 so far a perfect record at the tournament. Granted, only 2 series in, but that 5 average goal margin, not too shabby. You'd imagine they have the extra edge, but on Den, anybody's ball game, and if Rancor continues to shoot the way he has in this series at this tournament, force to be reckoned with there, Miles.
Here we go. Into the Den Overload here in the Call of Duty world. Thank you again to our pals at Treyarch putting together quite the game mode. Real on the dance through the middle of the map, possession. At this point in time, feels like Heretics, but there's a mid-cut attack right now that is certainly going to ruin this one. All right, Envoy and Kremp. You've got to worry about that position. That is one of the most important spots on the map here in Den. Denying transit through the middle, making sure that the bottom lane is safe as well. We'll get more on that later, but for now, the battle continues. G2 currently winning.
Not an ideal team kill. Metal's doing everything for the squad to keep it active, but when that nade rolls through, it's going to be G2's ball game here with the pressure. And they're trying to go straight through mid. 2 players in couches. Device is going to be there and simply nowhere to go. Nasty trying to do a kickflip. Envoy has fallen off the map. We are very scattered here for this overload.
Kremp's managed to sneak his way in. Oh, can he get a kill? No, he can't. This could be a capture. Nasty the line of defense right now over the top, and bang, Metals on the dunk. 1-0 Heretics.
This is the sloppiest god either one of these teams has played this week, and Metals very happy for it. Has the Hellstorm, has the capture, everything he wants in the first minute of this game.
Little rat-a-tat-tat through the paper walls of Den here. It's going to be a nice 3v3. What a square up towards the bottom side of the map. The next DMP spawn is litty, ladies and germs. All the stuns and nades making their way forward. A little bit of angles to work with here from Real. The mid-cut play. Good lord, he killed everyone, and he went back. He went back for good measure. Super, though, still keeping the play going, and it's done. G2 with an opportunity to counter.
How dare you team kill Metals when he's 9-3? So rude.
He's off the streets.
Now he's going for the pinch, so Metal's going to be the guy that breaks his plate down. Envoy turns forward, but this is all about the timing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the timing. Red, like a Swiss clock, Dylan Hannon. Now to the left of him, Beans and Krem. What a fantastic attack forward. You've still got the EMP in play. Now the position advantage all over the Heretics. They will be able to make a run now. Counter-attack is theirs. 2:50 to go still, and only a single overload.
And Metals is soaring. I mean, he's already in the spawn towards Treat, and then, yeah, timing is just not going his way. So a couple opportunities missed. Rancor, though, keeping it safe, going for the full wrap back. Heretics can take this nice and slow.
The Heretics winding up for the attack. Let's put everyone's Duolingo to the test. With a fly Saudi a check-in, Team Heretics.
Son dos, los dos tocados. A ver, no pinchando, te tengo. Mete a espalda, Rencor, mete a espalda. Dos con, izquierda y derecha.
Pincha ya, está aquí,
Están los cuatro en derecha. Corre. Buena. Otra. Van a hacer close izquierda, Nacen close izquierda.
Tengo yo el inner, ¿vale? Mírame a
He pegado el Inner push,
Inner.
Estoy tocado, me puedo pulsar a Inner pin, muerto, me puedo pulsar Inner. No, Inner, pulse ya. Buena, vale. Falta uno. ¿Quieres que pins o no? Vale, escúchame, si pillas la bola, trapearla, no hace falta pulsar. Inner, muerto. Inner. Vale, estoy pinchando info. Queda Vince, Salita.
Vale. Izquierda o derecha. Vale.
Tengo el medio abajo. Vete por
Me la llevo. No, voy por con.
Muerto, puedes estar arriba.
Te he escuchado.
Derecha. Derecha no veo. Inside, está tiro muerto. Derecha, son dos derechas. Derecha, y otra vez spawner, corre.
No llego, son dos.
La van a
pasar ya, no lo que.
Muerto.
Papel.
Va a ser
medio, ¿vale?
I'll take your word for it on it being a fantastic list from the Heretics. My Spanish is yet to improve here in the COD League, and right now the attack, though, from the G2 lads, slowly but surely improving as well. Heretics defense so far pretty strong.
Yeah, it's the classic waiting for Nasty to maybe go for the pinch, but gets red very easily there for Heretics, and 3 more kills in the feed. Metals is good for another double kill. So is Envoy to slow this push down, but make no mistake, that is sort of the battle. You got Envoy with 15 and Metals with 17. Do not team kill either one of those men.
The team kills this tournament have been quite fun. Super. Lordy! 4 dead! Sad news, though, the EMP reset, so as litty as the play was, it's not going to be massive. Real trying to buy that space. Here comes the pickup, but Rencor all alone here, mate. That's going to be a quick grab. With 20 seconds to go in the half, we're going to see this exchange hands again. The Metal's finding 2. Could exchange hands one more time. 15 seconds. Who's going to get a chance at the extra time overload? What? Donde está Beans? Off the map.
God, what direction did they want to go? We're like metagaming in a wild way so far.
They've got a lot of time to do so. Here comes extra time in the first half. 30 seconds to play with. Metals. Oh, what a gunny from Nasty. I would back up as well.
You don't have time for it, though. You're going to have to force this straight down the pipe.
Here we go. 15. The last hurrah here in the first half, and it was an absolute massacre.
It's a very scattered first half of Overload. We're trying to wrap the device and take it weird directions based on the location. You get a 4-man wipe for the Heretics the moment the device resets. Maybe one of the sloppier sort of first halves we have, but trying to rate it in and refocus. Either way, not too shabby, fairly tight game.
Coach Methods. This is the locker room. We are witnessing it here. This is the mid-round chat that our players have got. Coach Looney there for G2 Esports. True vet, a bit of a legend of the scene in his own right. Now it's time to get back into it. Second half, 1-1 as we swap sides. Heretics from the right. Envoy's made himself well and truly known here up forward. Trying to find that mid-map pressure, trying to find those kills. Then the play is either smash through lobby, maybe go for the B hit, or if you have the numbers by A, which you definitely do not anymore. What a stunning counterattack here from the Heretics.
That's all 4. Device is going to be picked up. Super leading the charge. Tommy goes his way for the first. The trades, though, quick. Heretics, they're trying to force this.
Oh, they're going for it. Oh, kill on Envoy there. Might have done it. Rancor must retreat here. Bit of pressure now from Real. He's going to find the flank. Here he comes. Oh, the timing. Superb work for the second kill. Oh, that was the grab from Rancor. Kremp has saved it. A kill here, though, and it could be looking at a goal. No, Kremp for 3. Outstanding defense.
That's the hot spot, man. Metals is good for 3 in that exact same spot. Kremp delivers, the hero for the team. And now you're trying to go through the roof side of the map. And maybe you could leave Real out of the picture, or maybe Nasty just going to get shot in the back. They're going to get this score. It's going to take a long time.
Yeah, it's a slow wind up here. We're really hoping for a couple of these kills. Somebody just give a little bit too much skin. And right now, no one's showing much. Renko with another unbelievable 3. Outstanding defense. Attack now forward. Nasty, though. Cuts the legs out of the runner. Reinforcements have arrived. Can Kremp do it again? Another defensive masterclass. And he's waiting for the squad. On the outside, here comes Super. Envoy backs up, worrying about the flank, and you've killed the runner, so now, once again, a stalemate.
Oh, great tracking from Beans. Yep, gets the spot on Rancor. Kremp there for the cleanup kill, and that is efficient work. Still need to get the space. Real, outside lane, gonna fall, and now you can take a little bit of a breath. You get the extra kill. Now you can play with the options. Middle of the map, though, Rancor shuts that one down, and you simply do not have the bodies. Kremp is now trying to put space down low, but you're just getting the catches, so Heretics winning quite a few key gunfights.
Oh, this is impenetrable defense so far, and we might have just cursed them, but no, Envoy staying alive. There's the backup from Nasty. Neither team able to break the seal here in the second half. If at the end of this time we don't have anything, we go to a regulation draw to overtime. But Super's trying to make something happen here. Super's on for something special. No, denied. But wait. Reinforcements here from G2 have got to be clinical. And it's not happening yet. The damage is there. Wait a minute! Nasty for 2. Is it going through? It is. Lead change, 2 minutes 15.
The big old bang. Metals, by the way, still sitting on that Hellstorm. Keep that in the back of your mind for these final 2 minutes. And they're leading the charge. The reset's going their direction. But they lost that first key gunfight, so okay. No rally captures. Woo! Real gets traded. In a battle here for the pressure. G2 closer to the device, but we're team nading. Yeah, not what you like to see.
Yeah, we are. That one connects. Numbers here for Heretics. We've got a chance. We don't have a lot of space there on any alternate angles. They're going to muscle their way through the front, and Metals, he could do that with a Hellstorm. Trophy's playing off. Great work here in the kills department. Again, mid-map, no pinch.
And Heretics doing the right thing. Watching the middle of the map for the pinch. They do not need to touch this device. G2 have to force the issue and go towards them.
G2, one step at a time. They make a bit of ground. Forward they now go through the gate. Real banged up. Oh my word, he's out. Wait a minute. Is he gone? Is he free? To the pistol, no. Kremp, defense again, Kremp. What a hero.
Well, that's still such a smart play coming in for Real and Team Heretics. That just bought them so much space, so much time. So now just a minute left to play. We're taking it towards roof. Real already ironed up and in the right spot. Heretics playing high-level COD.
This is great. Cleaning the rooftops out. Envoy's got to find another. Can't do it. Not enough manpower here. The Heretics have got the stamina, they've got the legs, and now they've got the space and time to play with. Oh, that buys you a lot more. A lovely 2. There with the Hellstorm. Trying to smack the spawners. Real once again looking at a flank.
Well, he's going to be just holding middle of the map. Timing goes his way to get the kill, and you got Metals pushed up into position. This might just be the way to call a game and get the 3rd score. You might as well win.
They've made the run. It's a long laid plan. They've got a tail. Is it going to matter? It will not. It's 3-1. 20 seconds to go. It might be over. It's a top side spawning EMP. No one in position outside of Real to get a touch, and he could grab it and run.
Dude, Real just called game. I mean, like super heads-up gameplay. Metals, of course, with the 35 kills. Stand out there in the kills department, but Heretics making some of the smarter overload plays we have seen this year. We are the capstone event here in Overload. What a fun game mode, how it has developed. And vamos for map 3.
Lead change, Heretics. 2-1 in our series. And that really was a heads-up play. I think it was Metals finds himself at the goal really early on. Real, despite not having any possession, he sets himself up for the cleanup kills or the transition kills and couches, and that is as good as it gets. Game called. Heretics with the lead change. They've managed to silence Beans. We'll see the highlights here again. Ferocious gameplay out of Team Heretics. And the lead for now, and Metals again, a takeover map. In a sort of a similar shade to Beans, very different tool set, but a man who can absolutely take over a map, can really turn a game on its head. He has been that guy his whole career.
He's the X-Factor indication player for the team. He can struggle and still find success. He's sort of a member of the 0.6 gang, where he chops 0.6 and you're still getting good value out of him. Always a smart heads-up player, but when he's going double positive, I mean, that's just going to be slammage. So Metal's absolutely a force to be reckoned with, but again, it's really just the decision-making that was the main factor in the end. Honestly, one of my favorite overall plays I think I've seen this year. Just Real picking it up when his team gets wiped, carrying it through mid, gets all the way to couches. Gorgeous work.
Sensational stuff. Now it's over to Mr. Ian Chambers talking to some G2 fans.
Yeah, Miles, I'm right where I love to be, down in the heart of it with the fans, and I'm with some G2 fans. They're not very happy because if we just make a little gap here, you can see there's some 100 Thieves fans who put a flag up behind us. They're not, oh, all right, they're not happy about it. What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie. Will.
Zach.
Zach. All right, so you're all here to support G2. You feeling a little bit nervous now?
Not at all.
Why not?
A lot of COD left to play.
Yeah, a lot of COD left to play. So tell me, you're a G2 fan, but who's the star player that you're here to see and why?
Beans!
Oh. Is this PG? Look at this. Get a close-up of this badge right here. Tell us what this means.
Colchester, this means everything. This means everything. Colchester, up the fucking news.
That's where Beans is from, yeah?
That is where Beans is from.
Oh, there's something newsy, I think he said. How are you feeling about G2's chances here? And a lot of people have seen you as the underdog, some big teams in the building. Do you feel like that?
No, I'm confident. I mean, there's a reason we called out the Heretics. Obviously, the worst team left. It's going to be a whitewash, I'll be honest. Like, we'll just let them have a couple of maps, have their fun. See you later, boys. Saturday's over. You're out of here.
I love that from him. Hey, listen, the Heretics fans are listening over on the other side. I'm going to let you have the mic. Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean. What do you want to say?
Oh, keep it clean.
He struggled with the clean bit.
Oh, fuck the Heretics.
Oh, wow. Okay. Keep it clean, I said. What about you?
I'd say I hope the flight home tomorrow is quick and easy for you.
See, that was nice. Clean as a whistle.
Enjoy your last day, because this is it. You're done for.
Okay, this is good. Now, I've noticed that you guys in particular have lost your voice quite a bit here. You've been here in the crowd making some noise. I was about to say, do you have any clean chants that you could start here? But I think the answer's, you got a clean chant? Go on.
La, 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 J2. La, 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 la.
Here we go.
La, 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 J2.
Nice one.
Believe it or not selling alcohol in the venue.
No, those boys have just got the passion de la beans. Which I don't know what language that was at this point in time, but yes, we'll be hearing from the Beatles shortly. Their lawyers will be in touch. What a time it's been here at the Esports World Cup.
One of my favorite interview moments of Ian going, keep it clean, and the guy's so ready to talk.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what do I do? Backs up.
What do I do?
Not a thought in that pretty little head.
That's the most challenging thing that's happened today to that lad. Oh, thanks to the boys for pulling up. What a brilliant showing so far. But we're going to lock back in. Time for a Sake hardpoint. Heretics, not bad whatsoever on the weekend. Those stats, yeah, those stats are pretty good. I mean, that's not a bad look. G2 as well, they've shown us some goods here. Heretics, no chance after a map win like that. Is that the advantage?
Possibly. Certainly going to be a comfort spot for the team. New man on the roster, undefeated record. You're up 2-1, feeling good. And we were talking about how Rancor, maybe the man to watch out for after the map 2. Metals makes his appearance to the lobby. There's a lot of players you got to be concerned about, but as far as the opening breaks go, hey Jude, hey G2, Envoy, right through.
Wow. When they find yourselves in times of trouble, Dylan Envoy comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Give him 3. He only got 2 that time. But with 30 seconds to party here, G2, this is a very, very solid looking first P1 hold. And again, the kills are outrageous. This is a sensational start.
7 kills in a row, 8 kills in a row. Not too shabby. 9 kills in a row.
Come on. This is unbelievable.
Did they switch sides?
Can we get... Let's go. What in the devil? Ain't no way.
10 kills in a row?
Ain't no way. Finally stops it. Finally stops it. Super's finally stopped it. Oh, apply a tourniquet. These boys were bleeding out.
That might be the best opening break on Sake we will ever see.
We've got a day to make better. But for now, that 38 and climbing to the 3. Looking at the T2. Jeez, it ain't bad for G2 on Sake. Good lordy.
Nasty, though, does get caught, so now you're going to be very softened up on this approach. Beans can feel the heat. Great hip-fire shot, though, for the one-shot man. Gonna try to dance down low, and Beans right now, the wrecking ball, but finally gets run over. 1v1 for the bread on the time, and Nasty, his back is exposed. Turn too far, he's gonna get traded out, and this has just been a gauntlet of a fight, but G2 do come out on top.
Envoy trying to play the close corners. This is, again, for any and all criticism we have of gameplay, the hardpoint time has been sensational for G2. In all of this chaos, they have managed to find 5 seconds here, 6 seconds there. Contests being ended rapidly. P3 now on the far left-hand side of the map. That's where we're going to next, and that's where the Heretics have got themselves set up. This is their best shot at getting back into this game quickly.
And wow, amazing timing there for Real on the respawn. Ends up getting right towards that new time, so a very difficult approach. Heretics, all 4 players going to be stood tall defensively, and Envoy, he's losing his teammates left and right, and he's going to rejoin them in the respawn. G2, oh, so far away.
This is the beginning of the comeback right now for the Heretics. P3, an impregnable fortress over on that left-hand side of the map. And the shots so far good, everything working out. Envoy sneaks in. Oh, and that's it. Under cover of darkness, the Dark Prince gets his 20 seconds to play here, and the boys looking over to the right-hand side of the map now, out to the Rock Garden. And yet again, Heretics with the early rotation, 2 hard points in a row now. It has net them time, but G2 are still suffocating.
Well, no, they got equalized on the last one. I mean, good enough scrap time for G2 to get that very healthy sequence. And Envoy obviously able to take his time. That's a great pickup by Real and Heretics. You see swarming around that right side of the map. Every single lane covered. Real gives you the extra kill. That is 12 to his name. So as slow as Heretics started, at least the guns have started to heat up.
Awkward moment dealt with there. Oh, wow, they bring Redcord down as well. Pressure on the last man in Hill. Surely overwhelmed indeed. Now the setup for G2. Heretics picked apart there. They've still got the close right-hand side spawns. Able to get into this fight as quickly as possible. Delightful shots there as Nasty's head doinked off. The rest of the push now continuing. A 1v1 on it. Quick contest. Can Super find 2? Gets by with a little help from his friends.
Not too shabby. Well, no trophy towards the end. And sort of back-to-back kills where Heretics, you know, win the rotation, probably come out in the plus column on the time, but not nearly as much as they would have liked. Still going to be down by 40 going towards new. The Heretics, this is now 3 hills in a row. They have won the rotation. This might be where they earn their money.
And they're clawing their way back into this one. Truly 1 point at a time. Will this be any different? Rencor with the corner. Force free dead. And look at Metals now on the dance. Lovely shots. Envoy and Crimp gone. Hard point back in their hands. A fast hit here. Oh dear, denied. Nasty barely got to the ground. The next wave of G2 players being pressured as well. Metals, look at him fly. Look at him soar. Oh boy. Inten are passed over. Any guns at the ready? Yes, Real is. We're still fighting tooth and nail. G2 have been shut out here on the last hardpoint.
Yeah, they have slowed down tremendously. And you have Heretics that have just fully capitalized. That's a 4-man wipe off the board. And I mean, sort of back-to-back kills. They win the rotation, but still end up about even on the time. This hill has been a slaughter. They are right back in the game. And with how slow of a start at the end of the first set, they've taken the lead.
Unbelievable. The lead has changed. Back to P1 and back to G2 in the driver's seat for now. The last hard point, folks, was 250 to 220 on Gridlock. A close battle. Will this be any different?
It's looking good. Swinging around, super good for 2. Metals for the next one. A 4-man wipe exactly when you need it. They got the right side spawned. They're forcing me the dagger super. Just waiting for the timing. Ends up getting caught, but this is still going to be good P1 so
great. We are getting steamy here on Sake. Up top yet again, the pressure now on the Heretics to be pushed out. G2 managing to salvage some this time. The lead yet again changing hands.
Oh dear.
Wow! Vamos are beans. Holy free holies there in the feed. 10 seconds to go on P1. P2, the dance is on here, and it looks like Krem trying to chase down an errant Real. He's still at large. Finally got him. Now guns to the front. Here comes Nasty.
Oh, it's going to be interesting spawns. Real at least lives long enough that he's going to spawn a lot closer than Bean. So Bean very out of the picture, and that means G2 don't have the extra men. So, hey, some dance moves from Real and Heretics breaking through the front.
Whoa, another one from Super there. Nice pair. He gets Kremp and Beans, the southern delicacy. And now the nades from the backline and Nasty. Envoy from the front. And here we are, stuck in the middle. As Team Heretics being picked apart 1 man at a time. That's the end of the contest, and another lead change.
Yeah, Michael Envoy Madsen dancing now in the time. 19 and 17, over a minute in it. He's collecting kills like everybody's one shot. Now he has to work for it, but electric shots there to rip ahead. Kremp gets the headshot kill, the back-to-back sequence. And overall, a halfway decent P2 for G2. 20-second lead, and I gotta be a little bit careful on this rotation. Don't want to be the first players to fall, because when you die, you spawn out at the old time, and you gotta hike across the map. Heretics, another P3 hold opportunity. Real has so much space.
Last go around, we did see the break. A reasonable break. Heretics, it was not perfect, and we might be looking at another one here. Wait a minute. Envoy yet again somehow finds his way through on the timing. Fiends and Nasty with the kills.
Wow.
Last man down on early break. 15 seconds is all you managed to get. And the hard point now in the hands of G2, the lead growing.
I mean, Envoy just taking ears off along the way. I don't know how he managed to get involved. He did it on a solo mission, and now he just gets to roam free. Hang out down low, dance by the van, does get taken care of. And now you're gonna break. I mean, this is break on break. How fast this game has become.
Oh my God, the defense. I mean, the tiniest little violin playing the saddest songs for these players, getting broken over these hard points. Final few seconds. It looks like the Heretics will tip. G2. The wide outside we go yet again. Perfect shots from Kremp on the back line. Another man to deal with in a moment. But for now, they're still holding. Can Kremp go 2 for 2? On the backline battle, Beans joins him. Heretics unsuccessful. From behind, what a nade. Now to the front, and they're winning the fight there as well.
Yeah, Kremp is playing his angles perfectly. Don't want to give Metals the pop-off moment. Want to hunt down the one-shot kill, but he has disappeared, and that might cause Nasty. Metals does it again.
The break again. Another. A back-to-back breaks on our hard points. A 2-2 attack here from G2. Heretics have got to fan out. They've got to manage to get these kills decisively. Otherwise, we're going to look at another. Metals on a 5. Here we go. The contest. Down. Oh, it might be another. Who was this still? The feet are in the sand and they're digging in. Heretics survive. No break this time. But the stuns and nades over the top. No trophies yet.
Dude, in watching this series, I just have the thought in the back of my mind that Metals might be the most underrated player in the league. He just finds ways to make heroic plays, keeping his team alive, nearly tied up going into new time. And look at the only man for Heretics attempting to rotate. It is Metals versus the world, but overwhelmed. G2, they have the extra bodies.
Beans from the back. Super trying to find entry through. Well, absolutely spat on. Envoy from time. Heretics still trying to fight their way in. G2 have kept a healthy lead. No one in the kills department going too crazy. It is a well-oiled effort. It could be another break now for the Heretics. Oh boy! Metals for 3! Breaks good.
I'm telling you, man. And now you got to keep it going. This is looking like it might turn into a P2 finish when all is said and done. You want the extra lead, and you want to get it on this hill. Heretics right now delivering. Fantastic shots out of Super. And now Discordance coming through for the G2 camp. Heretics have taken the lead.
Desperate for something to happen here, but no, look at that. 3 in the feed. Hard point now, going to be going over to P1 yet again. And the scrap time going to the Heretics. What a dire moment as G2, last chance for them to fight forward here on Sake.
And with the score line, Heretics are going to have all the pressure because they can win it on this P1. If G2 make it interesting, it is going to be a crucial rotation. So 2 battles, the battle for the time and the battle for the right side spawns.
Well, here's the battle for time. And so far, relatively even. Rencor with the M15 up close. What a snap. Rencor, and there's Real on the pinch. It might be done. Last chance. Heretics holding, identifying the spawners. Super with shots at range, feeds, Metals another one, it's 28. And no one off time right now. Rencor on the back pedal. Over to the hard point again we go, and here come G2, and there go G2! Kremp, can he find a kill? buys teammates the time. It's not going to happen. Desperation plays now. Heretics, oh, out for a second, but there we go. That should be that. 3-1 Heretics so far.
If it were a best of 5, it would already be done. Heretics would vamos their way off the stage. But there is a ton of money on the line here at EWC. They still need another map. 100K plus would be the bonus if they get another map. These Heretics players can taste it.
Close. One map away from the Heretics advancing. I'll tell you what, they are feeling very, very confident right now. I mean, this is a warm team. This is a confident team. This is a team that is executing a massive, massive kudos to that Metals. Time and time again, he is that guy, pal.
He is the memory maker. EWC is the final memory you take into the old scene, and Metals is making sure everybody needs to know how good this guy is.
He really is something, man. What an unbelievable map he had. You call him the most underrated, one of the most underrated players in the league.
High key, man.
Yeah, no, really. I think of that sort of like astronaut meme with the, the guns at the back of the heads, and always was.
Always was.
Always was. All right. Always was indeed. Over to Mr. Bucket and the studio.
Thank you very much, Miles Ross. As we take a look at some of the big multi-kills, Rancor was involved. You see that man Super laying down some big multi-kills in the final 2 minutes. It's a team effort, and you heard him say maybe Metals is the most underrated player in the lobby.
I've said that before many, many months ago. He is, and we've talked about it. When it comes to this specific team in Heretics, they have a lot of firepower behind Real, Super, Rancor. They are all crazy shooters, so Metals is able to kind of just be this play and fill it for them, fill the slots, do some of the dirty work, fly in first. But we've talked about it, he is still a professional player. He's still one of our greater SMGs, and when he's on one, it is very difficult to take down this Heretics squad.
Andy, it's been really exciting to watch this squad. Let's talk a little bit, though, about the fact we expected them to be good in hard points. Did you expect them to win the overload?
Mixed bag on that one. I think both teams here, pros and cons. I think that you are seeing what it is, to go back to him, generational series out of Metals. It feels like the impact that he is having is insane. He's often a scapegoat for the team, but it feels like he's the one often playing for the win. So if he is negative at times, it's kind of like, okay, the side's still going to do pretty well because he's putting his body on the line for them.
He just doesn't need to do the big damage the rest of the guys do, but when he does...
when he's popping off, he's very much so having himself a incredible impact out there on the map, but not just about him, Real as well. Feels like he's hitting plays on transition. He's very much so controlling those rotational moments for Heretics, locking down and just throttling G2 into the deck.
I'll be honest, this is a massive series for Real because I thought his career was on life support after kind of bombing out at Champs. So this is a huge bounce back opportunity for him, huge bounce back opportunity for the Heretics as a whole. Rancor seems to be feeling confident, but it's that right side of the stage. You see the smiles from Real and, of course, Super. That's the duo to look out for.
This is the best that they have looked all year long. I mean, we talk about how they've been struggling on LAN placements. Maybe they'd have a couple good online stints, but when it came to the big events, they weren't able to show up. And so this is the Miami, the Heretics, I feel like we were expecting at their best. Like, when you think about Miami Heretics and them going against our other teams, this is the one that you were hoping to get.
Let's take a look at two of the top dogs who have always been doubted if you watch their last 2 years. It's Envoy and Metals. 93 kills through 3 maps for Envoy, and Metals, of course, at 104. That I should say 4 maps. Looking at the damage, both around 12,000. What have you seen for their impact in game?
I think Envoy's still having himself a pretty solid series. I think that these are both players that are easy to scapegoat. You think about their careers, and they're often, if they're dropping a 0.8, 0.9, but their team's still winning, they're at the heart of that. They're very much so at the core of it. If they are performing above a 1, then they're very much so doing great stuff out there on the map. I think Envoy being on the negative side right now, he's looking to his team to kind of light things up. Feels like they've slowed down considerably, relieved a lot of pressure on Miami. And as soon as they start to build up their tailwind, they are a relentless force out there.
Rosalie, let's take a look here at our maps and modes and tell me how you see the rest of this one playing out. Is G2 going to bomb out of playoffs once again after looking so good in groups?
No, because they should be licking their lips. Looking at the next 2 maps, we have set it up perfectly for them, making it to the distance. They now have double gridlock back-to-back. This is where they should feel the most confident in this series. And to be honest, G2 isn't really playing bad. I mean, the only reason they're losing some of these maps is off of some heroic and next level plays by the individual players on Heretics. So I think for G2, this is definitely their moment to strike back.
Who are the Gridlock players to look at?
I think I'm still going to take a look at Beans here. If you're going to bring the sniper play into this, you can obviously lock down one bomb site in its entirety or cover over the vast majority of lanes. And he's an aggressive sniper as well, a rare trait. Even if it moves towards showers in the early stage of engagements,
he's going to be up in there.
He's going to be very happy to bring the boomstick to the party and shut down the opposition.
As we send it back over to our Emmy Award-winning casters, gentlemen, do we get a Game 7 to start the day?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No,
either.
I don't think so. I think maybe later, Chris, but not to start the day.
Sorry, Chris. Hey, listen, we want it. We want the Game 7. Make no mistake, but...
Oh, I'm down.
The Deskin, you know, Rosalie was talking about how Gridlock, very good map for G2. Clearly, they proved that on the map number 1.
Yeah.
And G2, or excuse me, Beans for this squad, a focal man, sort of had that resurgence in the latter half of that game on the P2 to take over.
Yep.
But we casted a Heretics playing on a Gridlock S&D, and that's when we went, oh baby, Super is back with the snipes. Very aggressive gameplay. I mean, maybe he had multiple strats where they're just triple on defensive, running it down mid. I think you have Heretics in a situation where they can play fearlessly.
Oh yeah, we talked about that to no end. What a dude say when they see Super with the snipers. Infiel no see is hell yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see plenty of that, but hopefully Beans does, match him in that regard. But Chris, I'm not sure if Mr. Puckett can still hear me, but I mean, I'm so convinced that we could definitely see a Game 7 or 2.
Fingers crossed.
A longer series at the very least. I've taken my shoes off. Chris, I've taken my shoes clean off. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if you can see this from here, Chris, but like, I'm out. I'm good.
What the?
He's also got his shoes off. I mean, we're cozy, guys. We're here for a long day. Wherever you are in the world watching, I hope you're comfortable as well. This series could well go on. And then we've got 3 more best of 7s.
This is what Celine Dion sings about all the time.
Esports World Cup 26, Team Heretics, G2 Esports. There are several people in the crowd looking rather alarmed at my feet over the desk, my bare feet.
They're not bare. You're wearing socks. Those are gamer socks.
They're real gamer socks. Not going to mention any more than that.
Yeah. We've learned the lesson.
Yep.
What energy drink? I have no idea.
Yeah, family-friendly, nondescript rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. But very close to, if not in the game now, folks. The fist bumps have been met. Skin-to-skin contact complete from our players. That means it's now time to do battle. Search and destroy on Gridlock. Good luck, have fun. And I would love to watch some Super off rip. I think he snipes. I think he takes over round 1.
I mean, pick your poison. Metals had a lights out series. Super has the snipes. Rancor had the 1v3 in the round 11 to put Heretics in this type of position. And on the flip side, I mean, listen, Envoy dropped double digits. He was pretty on point. Kremp is yet to have that sort of pop-off moment that we have been accustomed to. Keep that thought in the background. Beans will have the bomb, a 2-2 split on the attacking end. That bomb is leaning towards B. Real, the only defender, doing a little hop check for the intel. Meanwhile, the nades, this is just for a bait. I just think the G2 players want to make some noise, make sure they keep pressure here defensively, and allow that bomb to get planted at B.
You're bringing all your guns back up and over towards the A-bomb site, and you are hoping to catch a player or two, but they've vacated. That's a big win from Krem early on. That's going to get another defender out. Rancor's measure across the threshold. Of mid-map, and he gets gunned. Oh, wow, what a trap. G2. They have played the Heretics like a fiddle. That super takeover from this caster, not even vaguely applicable.
Yeah, didn't have to read them like a book. They just wrote the book on how they wanted Heretics to play. Controlled the action, controlled the re-wrap, for the rotation. I mean, everything just plays into their hand absolutely perfectly. Kremp, good for 2.
Starts things off, closes the round out. And this is where the Heretics get spicy. Tried something now on defense. You were absolutely gutted. Let's see what their attack looks like. And then we'll really start to get into the weeds and into the nitty-gritty. The 2-1-1 here on the attack and Super Snipe. This is what I'm talking about. Start to get a little bit messy. As he swaps out to a different weapon, I'll just shut up.
Yeah, just going to hard watch the pinch. His teammates working the B site. You have Kremp doing a little hop check for the information. Knows the pressure is coming his direction. And he does have 2 players here for the backup. So G2, they're ready for the B hit.
Metal's even more ready. just tiptoeing forward. Krem's hoping that someone gives him it. Not going to happen.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Heretics, they're just waiting for Super. I mean, he's going to be here on the perfect pinch, so Super might just break this round down.
No one's going to turn for it. He should be able to get one. I mean, the positions of them all here by the building. Oh, wait, it's lining up to look even better. Super from the hip. Good enough damage into several players. A messy emergence from the smoke and a 1v1. Rancor still retaining the bomb. Kremp long gone.
Rancor is getting all of the work here in these clutches.
Heretics still have to
and he's playing against Kremp, so he takes the angle. He's thinking this guy's going to run around, so they are playing the man.
It's Kremp. He's going to fly at me, right? Surely. Rancor's running out of time. And Kremp, what has he done? He's just parked it in the middle of the map. This is genius. Rancor, shoulders. And that's it. As long as he doesn't die in the next second. G2 win the round.
Take a deep breath. Nervy moment for Kremp, but plays the timing perfectly. Again, Rancor expecting Kremp to be roaming, expecting him to be flying, and that's almost like that standoff moment we had on the fringe between Kremp and Rancor. They're making the adjustments as the series goes on.
This smoke play got a little crazy. You need 5 seconds to plant the bomb, and as soon as Kremp denies that, Rancor's only option for winning there is to find the kill. And Kremp out like a light. 2-0. Brilliant round. And another one over by the A-bomb site. G2 is a 2v2 over here by A and 2v1 at the B-bomb.
This is a reversal of what we saw for the first attacking round. But Kremp it 2-0. I mean, just purely behind enemy lines. If Real ever gets spotted, Kremp is here ready for this kill.
Such an awkward dance. Real just below them. As soon as that bomb's planted, we're going to see something happen. And here comes the reinforcement. Super now through the laneway. Numbers are here. That nade gets the job done. I was going to say connects, does more. Another Kremp hoping to pull this one back somewhat. He does. Envoy! Oh, what a win! An incredibly clean dispatch.
Stamps the rounds. Nice shots from Envoy, and you love the adjustment. Kremp gets in the exact same position from round one, but now he knows that he's conditioned him. You see Real down low, looking at those steps, ready for him to soar up top, so he just never overcommits. Kremp plays it way more patient, and that is not what you expect against a guy like Kremp. You expect him to fly, you expect him to soar. G2 have just been conditioning their opponent.
You've primed them, you conditioned them, and now you mess things up. Beans looks like a snipe on NPC now. I was thinking we're going through mid. Smoke here on the A-bomb, a complete rube. We're going B.
Well, number 3 stands tall, so Nasty, he has the trophy. He feels the pressure, and he does have the support in Kremp, so that initial bit of noise doesn't change anything. And now Real in the pinch for his team is going to be dealing with Envoy and Bean, so a lot of action all over the map. Real gets his one, gets away, but does get traded out. There you go. 3v3. Now turn your attention to the B site.
Now you know that there's only 2 players there on the B-bomb site. They are working in tandem together. We're going to see this plant in this perfect 3v3. Beans, rendezvous now with the lads. Try to make this retake happen. Metal's playing the close corner. Rancor on the flank there, but that'll be an M15 in that position, so he will still be effective. Metals, sensational. Over to Beans. Not a hope in hell with an NPC. Heretics, good round.
Did you see that for Metals? He got his 2 kills, put his controller down, and went for the fist bump. He was like, hey, yo, man, round done. We're chilling.
Do we have a replay of that? That's a legendary moment.
He did not count the trace.
Wait, here we go.
Look at it, look at it.
1, 2.
Yep.
Nice.
Hey, we're done. No, 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 no.
No, we're still going. My bad. Well, he's like, I thought we were done, boys. I thought this one was in the bag. Well, it was, thank God. Wow.
Hey, listen, no one ever said COD pros can count. The ones that read books win world championships, so it's, you know.
Oh, my goodness. Metals, he's still going. Highlight moments.
That's a deep nade as well.
Yeah, one way or another, he gets it. Bye-bye, Beans. And the bomb's still going towards A. There's a little bit of time here before we see Kremp get into the action through the middle of the map, and he's going to have to run through Real. Oh, good luck, have fun there. But the NPC might be the wrong weapon for the job. His M15, definitely the right one.
problem for Kremp. He's also going to be worried about the pinch. So Kremp has 2 jobs before him. And Heretics not falling for the bait. I mean, just standing tall. There's the big nasty. Traded, Metals in position, and they keep that man advantage.
That advantage helps. Bomb plant even more so for G2. Can they play around this now? You're not going to win the battle for trades. You've still got a smoke to work with there if you're Kremp. Uh-oh. No more smoke, and Metals has just stamped on him. And Envoy, they're going to check all these corners. And they're on the defuse as well. There's one. Oh, wow. Last one. Fully identified, and Metals is going to charge right at him. Envoy surely knows this. That is that. An immaculate 3v1 for Envoy.
And the 1v3 that Rancor had in the round 11, the final man was Envoy. That loses it. That is his revenge moment. And we got to bleep him out again.
Well done, everyone. Truly, well done. God, these COD boys, foul mouths. 4-1. G2. When you need it the most. Heretics on match point. And we're talking about the gridlock. G2 have flipped the script.
That's so far on point with it. But now a 4-man hit for A. So Heretics, they've thrown strats out the window. We're banging this out.
Oh, here we go. There's the cross covered. Beans with a long lane out by the right-hand side. A swing and a miss. And he's down. Super, what a first blood. Envoy now to sight. Oh, it's an incredible mess. He gets one before being brought down. Kremp now on the close corner in the smoke and somehow detects the next man. Nasty at range. 2v2.
And no bomb plant. 55 seconds left in this round. Pre-plant. Heretics want to get out of dodge.
We've had enough of the shenanigans at the inside of Onsen. No more smokes to throw, no more nades to throw. But I love the sneaky play here. Real's going to remain on site. Yeah, no one's come through. Wait. Bomb's now making its way forward. Will G2 stand here? Oh, goodness gracious. Maintaining this position, preventing that bomb being planted, keeping the timer running.
We're getting squirrely.
Real trying to go for the kill, and he's done so much damage. Nasty's got to retreat. Nasty's got to make a run for it. He's down. What a patient play. It pays off for the Heretics.
Out teamworked. Heretics simply better in that 2 versus 2. I mean, Real gets reduced to 10 HP inside of showers, but just a passive approach from the G2 players, and eventually overwhelmed. Oh, and you see that? A little bit of body shots coming through. Took down Beans. We're chirping in and out of game. To be down 4-1 and shoot bodies, that's bold.
Hey.
Up 3-1 in the series, though.
Oh, yeah, that's also, that kind of helps. 4-2. You've got to have big melons to make a play like that. The problem with the big melons is they're easy to hit.
And G2 just says anything you can do, we can do better. A 4-man stack on offense right towards A. Wide open sight. Stun connects, but Envoy gets the bomb down, and it's the good plant spot.
Oh, that's a great plant. Yeah, it's the good plant spot. There's a trophy in play as well. I mean, that trophy's very shootable, but any of the nades that make their way over the top, if there are any left, they're all gone. They're not going to meet their mark whatsoever. Here we go. Find a corner, any corner, dig in, boys. You take as many of them with you as you can on the attack. Envoy good for 1. Wow, the second one, worthy attempt. Kremp, he and Beans, 3v2. Playing the tight angles as best they can, and the Heretics are surviving. Rancor on the right, down. Real! What a win! 4-3.
Oh, look at those smiles. They can feel the G2 breakdown. From up 4-1, they got the first blood. They get the extra damage. They get the trades. And then Real just calls it.
You are our final act. Do your job.
And Nasty, that last man standing, slammed.
What a moment.
Wu-Tang! I had to. It's the rule. I apologize.
4-3.
Wu-Tang forever.
5 in a row for Real. What an unbelievable 2v1 win. That Spanish COD, it is blistering. And when it turns up, it's a thing of beauty. And now Super, he will be at the charge here. Envoy, the only man here at A-bomb. Oh my, I think he might have seen his toes there. Here's the wrap.
Double pinch. Rancor, big responsibility.
He's put himself in the prime position, but the timing might not pay off. Oh, it might. Oh, it does, Beans. What a win. Envoy now still to the front. Oh, what a unbelievable kill. And Super barely misses. Stuns now over the top. The open tree space to play with. G2 still with the man advantage. Super caught unaware. Krem on the flank. Gone! Gunned! There's the defuse. Map point G2.
What the hell is that pistol shot? Kremp is disgusting.
Yeah, that on the fadeaway.
Good round though. That's the momentum killer.
Oh,
they absolutely needed that one.
Incredibly impressive work. I mean, that kill was that was something. And here comes Krem.
Bop, 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 bop. Oh, maybe he didn't full heal. Okay. Even still.
Goodness gracious. Well, the Heretics, for the moment, they compose themselves. That momentum lost to a degree. 5-3. Not an impossible place to be right now for the Heretics. 3 G2 players now making their way towards A. Oh dear. It's all the worse now for the Heretics here on Gridlock.
Another double-digit performance out of Envoy.
Okay.
Nasty. Chokes again.
Yeah, we're going to get rid of that button binding. You're going to hold the knife input these days, eh, boys? Seen plenty of those. So the stack here on that A-bomb, an opportunity to get the plant down. The rest of Heretics, they are going to mosey their way over quite slowly, but they can take their time because G2 are really expecting this to be far quicker than it is.
Losing the pinch, guys, just a loss of confidence for the team.
Here we go. Real's going to get himself into the play here. Spotted out, and Beans, he's out of position. That could have been a kill, and Real's instead found his first, and he's now evicted Beans from the site. Krem's doing it through the smoke. Checking the bomb. And he's down, and it's over. Rancor on the defuse, and the Heretics' momentum shifts back into the lungs.
I mean, dude, that's a checky round for G2. Apologies for the Call of Duty lingo. Maybe I watch Foremost Watch Party
yes,
a little
you
too
do.
much, but I mean, seriously, we pull out our knife for the 3v3. If you're sitting next to Nasty at the desk, you're just watching him snap his head back. Then you're not confident to plant the bomb. That should have been the freest round in the world. You should have been able to call game. But then the G2 players did not stand tall. They back out of the site. Then you're forced to sort of get back in the mix for the retake. That is not a pleasant round.
5-4. Heretics are still playing for the win in this series. Can we see another Gridlock after this? Super. Not as of yet. Holding on to the snipe though. B-bomb site is going to get a little bit more love here, some more reinforcements. But they're just more targets for him to work with. He's playing the close box. There's players above and below.
And if they wrap back towards the A site, Envoy will be the lone defender, but that does not look like the commitment. So Rancor watching the pinch. It is guns forward for the B site. Heretics making their move.
We're hoping for Super to find that opening pick. Nothing being shown as of yet. G2, a wonderful job. Just to conceal themselves right now. Stay in cover. Real, this is an incredibly challenging gunfight to win. More than anything, it's just buying that time. And the flank still being watched, Envoy is now getting to work. Such a nervy moment. G2 creeping forward. Bomb planted. Real trying to pounce. Oh dear! But it's collapsed, it's fallen to pieces, and now Rancor is alone. He can't stop the defuse. He can't stop a thing. G2 take the search and destroy.
They got that. Hit the reset button, take a big breath, and know that they get to stay on Gridlock. They won the hard point on the map. They won the search and destroy on the map, and they will see it for Overload, looking to force that map 7.
Spicy moment again. None of us caught the perfect timing of those G2 players to kill both of the defenders, or both of the attackers rather. We'll see something in the replay here. Real swinging for it. But Nasty shows up at the right time. I mean, look at the damage alongside Envoy. There it was. From one man to another, perfect timing on the kills. Heretics just could not react. He doesn't elect to go all the way deep. Envoy instead cuts through the middle of the map. He denies that long, deep pinch watch. Rencor out of the play the entire way. What a superb bit of COD there from G2.
And the crowd not on the side of Heretics. Unpleasant words they are using for the chant of breaking out the drums. Keep in mind, this Paris crowd, their hearts still in Envoy's favor. They're going to be rooting for G2 in this series to make this comeback, and they just need to hit the mental reset, get refocused, and they'll be good to go. That first overload, though, it was a Metals masterclass on the Den. Set Pace was the Titan in the lobby with his 35-plus kills that he had. Truly set that tone.
0.6 gang for life.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What's the French for hell yeah? Let's find out. Staying on Gridlock, we're going to a very, very tasty game of Overload now. Gridlock chance, a late addition to the Black Ops 7 year. And a very unique map for Overload because we only have one EMP spawn.
And very much a map where it's not a spawn trap per se, but you really force that spawn out over towards P2, and you can set up the blender and just put a team that's spawning on the left side of the minimap in a very difficult situation. So you can run the score up, and that just means it is a delicate battle. Never want to be the team that goes 4 down. Any opportunities you have to get those rally caps together, need to make it happen. And in terms of the development, I mean, not just Metals with the pop-offs, but Heretics making really intelligent plays in the first overload. This is a map we've seen develop. Some of those sort of tricky caps when you're pushing through the shower side of the map, and then you just cut it right through the middle, down towards Broken, and sort of finding these fancy routes. Very difficult to orchestrate, but the teams have absolutely gotten better as the year goes on. Well, it's Saturday, final event of the year. Only 2 more days left of COD to be played, only for the victor. Still just a map loss away. G2's year is done, and Heretics had 100 grand plus into their pockets.
It could be, you know, Pucker was asking for that 7. We could be going the distance. So, quick update for the linguists. I won't be saying hell yeah in French because all I could find was like super vulgar. And I know the swears because I went to school and I learned the swears. So I won't be saying that on broadcast today. Sorry, chat. I know we all wanted to learn together. But you could put all sorts of vulgarity in the chat.
You and Draza getting the same education.
We are, yeah. I mean, that's how we roll. You can let it rip, chat. You're just going to get moderated. I lose my job.
Haven't so far. You've taken some risks.
Love taking risks.
Never forget Black Ops 3 champs.
Metals, Team Heretics. They have had themselves some time. Wow, great matches so far. G2 though has got to be 2 straight wins. Heretics close out the overload, boys. This could be it. Turn a bad year around here at EWC. Champs wasn't terribly kind to them. The Beans again. Let's talk about that stock going into MW4. MW4 available here at the EWC. You can go play some gunfight. Play the new kill block maps. Pretty cute.
And in terms of like roster decisions, both these teams, this is kind of the series that is like your proven moment. Because Heretics make the roster swap but have not had success that they were looking for. They get this win, they jump up to the top 4, excuse me. It'd be their best placement on the year. Obviously, you take a pretty big risk for G2, dropping a world champ like Skies. You lose here, you don't feel great about it. You get the win, it feels justified. So much pressure on this series.
Early grab, you pay the iron price. Envoy's 2-piece upstairs helps Real pinch. He's going to get only so far with that. A big advantage right now for G2. They're starting to kill their way forward. The man in the onset is going to dance around, and that should be a capture towards B. We've made it safe. Connection on Nasty. He's taking a bit of damage here, and he is going to slow right down. You are surrounded by the Heretics members here on defense. And what looked like a guarantee, absolutely not anymore. I would maintain that possession. G2 aren't. Backpedal just a bit.
Are trying to go all the way around. There are just no open lanes. Showers is going to be a little bit clear, but the device, I mean, Nasty is just taking a diabolical route. Making it back towards teammates, but you lose that single 1v1 gunfight, and you are no longer confident about this push, doing it a man down.
Yeah, and now At the very least, you're going to get a primary weapon back on the return. You've got to maintain that position. And it's gone Beans to kill 2 members of the Heretics and somehow get out with his life. Not going to happen. Heretics now on the attack. Counter now towards A. There's the cart. Krem's the only man in position for defense for now. He has to win a big one. Back over we go to the B side of the map. Heretics with a lovely movement here with the EMP. They are dictating the state of play until Metals is caught.
Well, close spawn on that B side, so Heretics,
Right.
they refill these positions instantly.
Yeah, it's a very frustrating moment for G2, but good news though, Nasty managed to get to the side door. He's holding them at bay for now alongside Krem. Have you managed to get through? Nasty's got to find another. There's the kill. It's Krem through the middle of the map, and it might have to be a run from Beans. Can he get going? The slide, it's just over the line. Pixel perfect.
Shout out to the PF Flyers, those size 12s on Beans, good enough to get that extra edge.
Wow, you got it. How many of those have we seen through the year that don't quite work out? Unbelievable. Well, mid-map Metals, he's a menace. Look at him, he's a menace! EMP still hanging out in mid. But Metals is a menace. These are good kills. Rancor, oh, he nearly makes the best of a bad situation there, but towards the bottom side of the map, Real, the front man. And so far, so good. Krem. Oh, the flying blade. Is it enough? Nearly. Nasty for 2. EMP dropped. Have we saved the day? Next wave of Heretics still on the way.
You can see how much pressure they're trying to put on the mail room. Nasty gets the big 2. Trying to be the savior of the team, but now Envoy's gonna have to be the savior. Super trying to cross, and he never actually, the device reset towards mid. A similar thing happened on Den. Heretics 0.1 seconds away from likely tying this map up.
Dios mío. What timing. It slipped from his fingers quite literally. Well, you have to have another swing at it now, Heretics. Back to the starting block, and they're on the race. Looking for the mid-map kills. Gonna buy that time. Showers is gonna get banged. Metals is here. And the menace continues. No more in that life. G2 mid-map.
Where are they gonna go with the device? Well, maybe nowhere. They're just getting shot in the back, so you're not gonna feel comfortable to actually pick this bad boy up. And now you're retreating back to your spawn, leaving Kremp out to dry, and now you have no pressure.
You're just getting held back here. You've gone back to your B spawn, but it is gonna be Super on the run. Metals on the defense by the A goal. He's setting up for the win here. We're trying desperately to get this one over the line again. Will it be able to find its mark this time? No! Another kill. Rencor now alone by the pillar. We've stopped it yet again. G2, another goal line save.
And they do not look like they want to pick this up. Number 5, Real. Okay, not going to go for the pinch. It's just going to be the mid-map reset. And they lose the pressure towards the middle map. G2 have just been stuck in their spawn, I feel like, for the past 3 minutes.
It's so scary, I mean, being trapped in that sort of position. I mean, essentially a parked bus, but they're somehow surviving. 2 Herculean attempts denied. And Krem, I mean, that is ideal. Winning that gunfight, no pickup. And now more intel. Where they will go from here, it's anyone's guess. With 20 seconds of regular time in the first half, if the Heretics are holding, we will see 30 more. For God's sake, Nasty, change the button. Change the binding right now. Hold to bring out your knife. Is it in? No way! A third time! Oh, wait a minute, a third time stopped! Envoy with a pickup, 30 seconds of extra time to G2, and we're on a run.
Envoy good for 3. Number 5 got through. No, he gets caught. Kremp with a nice pickup, and I get the front line man. It's going to be all up to Metals to stop this, and he's going to fall in just like that. G2, the punch of score number 2. They go up 2-0.
Three unbelievable stops. The Heretics' offensive line denied time and time again. And then in one deft blow, a goal for G2. It is impressive work. We're seeing it from G2's perspective. Envoy's 3-piece. I mean, that last one, so close indeed. 5 more minutes of play.
Start, right bumper, right bumper, right bumper, X, down, down, down. Then you go to hold to melee rather than press to melee. Key setting.
Yeah, key setting. I changed it and it cost me nothing but problems. And Nasty, we've seen it twice now on cam. 4K. They may be in the lead, but it is a thin lead at that. Let's go for a fly Saudi check-in with G2.
It's super small. I'll see him small. I spawn left. I spawn left. Definitely there. Yo, go left. Yep, I'm a pinch still. Can you see 18 on me. Yeah, middle pinch, dead! One shot! And one post, to that. One post city, I'm pitching deep, kids. Post again. This one is still post, guys. Give him 1 second. Post right now. Yo, do it. Post up me. Post, watch out. Nice. He's up. This one hole. Yo, play spawners, I'll go home. I'm playing spawners. He could be already P1, okay? Yo, 2 deep. Yeah, he's P1, P1. I'm P1 me, I'm dead. P1 medals. It's fine. Yo, I spawn right, I'm picking up ARs. Yeah, we're missing the ARs. He's probably gonna go ice cream. I spawn right here. Yeah, I'm staying right with you. They're going right. But Dice, finish. Oh, on the tree. He's in the left corner tree. Pram, middle, yeah. I have a trophy here, Ben. You're good. Yeah, pitch. Spot right now. Spot the small. They're probably gonna. He's still spot actually. Spot 1 shot. He needs help. 2 spots. Got spotted. Pram. Just keep Pram, Ben. Delay. I'm not. I'm saying. Pull there. Weak. Watch out. Watch out. Tommy. He's absolutely for it. It's okay. Yeah, Ben is the
ultimately a fantastic listening. G2, I mean, a slight blunder there towards the end, and Raincourt managing to get one over the line.
Yeah, it steals that capture to get it through. Also, Looney, probably the coach most active in the comms. Granted, this Espanol can't confirm for the Heretics, but either way, Looney certainly chirping quite a bit in the comms, so fun dynamic. Aston wins a nice gunfight towards Broken, and G2, they're just playing a survival game. Now you got the clearance, and Krem gives you 2, so you can touch the device. Any extra score goes such a long way. Nasty doesn't know what direction he wants to go.
I mean, it's so wonderful with these players. You can go from survival to true thriving very quickly in a moment like that. Yeah, 22-19 for Envoy. Might get brought down, but you've still got positional advantage here. You've still got an opportunity for Beans to hit the regen now and hopefully push a lane forward. At this moment in time, G2, you've let Super through in a big way. Krem's down in the middle of the map. This is an ugly battle, but can you walk away with a win on it? You sure can from a 2-piece of Nasty. Stay away from the knife, lad. You're wonderful with a gun.
I think G2 don't entirely know what they want to do. If they want to play around the device and not let him pick it up, they might get punished for this.
This might hurt a lot. Starting to get rolling. Shoots right past them! Wow, what a save! Real down. Raincourt gets it over again! It's 3-2.
I don't understand what G2 are doing. Why pick up the device if you're not going to move it past the 50-yard line? They're hesitating. They're so scattered. And now that is 2 captures that are unlikely, where Raincourt just finds a way.
It's starting to feel a little bit like the World Cup semi-final. Just the offensive is absolutely what you want to be going on right now for G2, but instead Heretics are taking every advantage they can possibly get, and they are battling forward. B-Goal looking tasty right now. G2 to spoil it.
Oh, what a nade out of Envoy for the nade out of Beans to cost him. Still, though, you have Beans that's going to be nearby, so he gets to be the savior for a moment.
There's just so many team kills in this tournament. And here we go, Heretics. Here we go, Real. In spawn, one more. Raincourt. What a hat trick. He's found 3, and we are tied up with 1:25.
We are witnessing a breakdown in live time. 1:20 left to play.
This is unreal, and the pressure here from Real. A win on Nasty would be huge, but no, you just about hang on. It's your fingertips. It's the tippy toes of G2 surviving right now, and they've just been pushed over the edge. Heretics again on the charge.
What direction do they want to go? They've lost all the frontline blockers. Real's going to be showing this mid. And his teammates are playing mid. Yeah, they're going to have to hold this for just a little bit, see if they can pick up the kills. But another nade comes through for Beans. And that device down in a delicate spot. Super, the Overseer.
Brent on the flank. Finds it.
All 4.
Oh my God, G2. Have you just found the window to work with? Envoy has just run him over with 40 seconds to play. Beans puts it through.
Holy smokes, 35 seconds. We're going to have the reset. You got Raincourt taking the wide route. Real going to be just a step behind him. If you're G2, you just do not want them to touch.
Heretics can still find a way here, 25 seconds. If they have possession, they will also get the extra time.
This is great. They got it. They got it. That's game.
That is game. I don't believe my eyes. Nasty to run it through. A hat trick for Beans. 5-3 with 10 seconds to spare. We are going to a 7th and final map. We are going the distance. G2 Esports, Team Heretics. One more to go.
Game 7 to decide it all. It does not get better than this. Justification for either team for their roster changes. Everything on the line.
The cataclysmic ending to the season for these two squads. One of them will fall here. A last map, a final map. And what a banging game of Overload that was.
A sketchy game of Overload.
A sketchy second half. And we were playing for the tight defense. The first half defense was unparalleled by G2. And the second half, you nearly let it run right down your leg.
Destel, they were on point with the gridlock calls. We are indeed making our way to the end.
Thank you very much, Miles and Chance. And what a performance by G2 in the last two maps. They've gutted it out, just like you called, Andrew. We're going to that Game 7.
We certainly are, my friend. And I tell you what, G2 have got to be counting their lucky stars. In the S&D, it's all off the back of an Envoy 1v3, drag them over that line, kicking and screaming. But in this Overload, I don't think they played this particularly well. I think they spent a lot of time making nervy errors, but the Heretics had less bottle. They couldn't get it over the line time after time, despite plenty of opportunities to do so. G2 pushed it on all the way to that 7.
How did Rancor walk away with a hat trick there?
Just in the chaos of it all. I think Enigma set up a little well. There was a lot of timing mistakes, but I just think in that first half, both teams were respecting each other heavily. They're playing incredibly slow, and honestly, I was bothered from the Heretics side because they were just trying to front push on a map like Gridlock and Overload. That is incredibly difficult to do. They needed to send more lead blockers. They weren't doing it, and then they come in that second half, and Metals decides, I'm just going to run it up mid. We're just going to go for it, and that set the pace, and I think that really caught not only Heretics off guard, but G2 as well, and that's why we got into that chaotic mix bag.
A lot of people on camera talking about bird flocks, and I don't get it. Can you explain why there's been so much drama on the stage between Beans and the other side? Does Beans just get this fired up regardless of the opponent?
This is when Beans is best, whether it is as an entertainer or just when it's time to light that fire inside him. He loves the smack talk. He doesn't do polite and little perfect princess type stuff. He gets out here and gets in everyone's faces. It's brilliant.
Ali, let's take a look back at the previous maps. We, of course, saw a double dose of Gridlock, and we will have a final Game 7 coming up in just a little bit. What was the difference, though, between the now Heretic squad going up against G2 here?
So on the side of Heretics, the difference is the way Metals has been playing. Of course, we've named it a couple of times now,
helps.
And he has just been unbelievable. But on the side of G2, it's Envoy. I mean, he is playing at world champ level right now. That guy has a ring, and we all know why. Near the end of the season, especially, is when we get the best of Envoy, and he has definitely spawned in for this matchup. And it's been in every single game mode. It's been in the Overload, it's been in the Search and Destroys, it's been in the hard points. He has been their best player so far today.
No, absolutely. He's an incredibly cerebral player. I love that you bring up the point that he gets better through the year, grows and evolves as the game dictates and demands. With the NPC meta and then the adjustment into bringing Beans into this team, I don't think he's looked this good in a long time.
Let's take a look at what we have remaining after a double dose of Gridlock. The fans that have filled in the STC arena, at least the first floor, will be treated to sake. We're going to a third Search and Destroy. This is the decider. Search and Destroy wins championships. Ali, what did you learn from both teams the last time we saw a Search just 2 maps ago?
That we're going to go the distance. I think I've learned that on the side of Heretics, their in-round adjustments are great, but as far as those opening gunfights, G2 has been on top. Beans with that sniper with no fear, but Super's been pulling it out as well. I don't know many opportunities on sake here, but I will say this map doesn't really favor either team.
Andrew, 10 seconds. Give me the official prediction. Who is moving on to our semifinal?
I went with G2 at the start, and that is not going to change after the bounce back in these last two.
We've got another game to go. For now, let's send it over to Ian and Lou for some action on the stage.
Incredible scenes here. Can you believe, kicking off quarterfinal Saturday, that we're going to map 7 here in Paris.
Map 7, ici pour la première game, je le sais, on le sait tous, vous attendez un match en particulier, mais mesdames, messieurs, déjà pour ce G2 Heretics, map 7, so Ian, the big question everyone's asking is, who's taking it?
Now, before we discuss that, just a reminder of what's at stake here, of course, a spot in the semi-finals. Just a win here, just one map win guarantees your team $130,000. And you're right to ask the question, Lou, who's taking the final map? Is it going to be G2?
Can we do better on this side, maybe? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, ¿quién está aquí para Heretics? I'm hearing some boos here.
Let's try again. Let's try again. Is it going to be G2?
Or is it going to be Heretics? Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Regardless, if we're all ready for this final map of the first series, Fête du Prix!
It's time to play! Game 7.
Hell yeah, dude. Love a game 7.
Hell yeah, brothers. How we feeling, chat? How we feeling? We vibing. Long day at COD. And we've gone to 7 off rip. That's wild.
And France really does bring out some top-notch esports talent. Whether it's time to play the game or a literal polyglot we have on the main stage. Impressive stuff as this Game 7 it should be. Both Envoy and Rancor each have a 1v3 in this series for the Search and Destroy. I mean, whoever gets a 1v3 in the old Game 7 gets crowned the victor.
Yeah, pretty much. Lou has 2 more languages we have yet to hear yet. She's got 5 in total.
Yes, and you need 4 to be a polyglot.
That's absolutely insane. Polyglot, my least favorite Pokemon. Here we go into
Not fist bumping you for that.
It was a joke.
Porygon.
I know it's Porygon. That was the joke. How many years we've been together? You know I don't know my Pokemons. Nintendo, coming for me now. Here we go, boys and girls. I've made a lot of friends this weekend.
And one really big bad enemy.
To 7 we go, to a final map.
Dude.
To Sake.
And Sake is unquestionably the craziest final S&D map to have to play on. This map is terrifying, and it'll be the last map one of these teams plays.
Their Black Ops 7 year hangs in the balance. And now we leave it up to the COD gods to decide their fate. The first to 6.
There goes Kremp.
And Kremp will be gone from this round.
Not ready at all. That outer pressure, I think he was expecting Nasty to have the outer lane, but a dropped ball moment, a man down. Envoy looking for a catch, but couldn't quite get it.
Beans on the rebuttal. And look at the motion right now from Metals. He's desperately trying to find another one. Has he got the stairs timing? Is he on the side of that one? Nasty. No, we're going to run by. He's going to stay on the inside of bar. No more shenanigans here.
And look at the setup from Rancor. I mean, if you're going for the full wrap, you got to be a little bit careful. The B site and also not open because Metals in the corner, and Metals gets the intel. Now Rancor can start to move.
Envoy holding the door. The B-bomb plant. I mean, you're expecting the motion quickly, but wait, what a nade. Man advantage now for the Heretics. Super. Oh, swings a little early, but his teammates there for it. Envoy now alone and gone. Heretics first.
Started off right. Super with an absolute peach of a nade. He was doing so with the sniper. That is a very distant setup and a lot of trust in Metals inside the site. Does the right thing to get out of dodge, and also just a free first blood. I mean, Kremp was sort of like half turning for that check, but just not quite prepared. So whether he thought his teammate had the coverage or at the timing just doesn't go his way, tough to give away a freebie in a Game 7.
Round 2, swapping sides. Heretics attack this time round. Renko will be our bomb carrier. B-bomb, we are overwhelming this one quickly, but the numbers here from G2, they've run right down the rock garden.
It's a trap.
It's a trap! Oh, word to Admiral Akbar. And here another from Nasty as he makes his way forward. A tiptoe in towards that bar position is going to be devastating. Real on the close corner. He's got the push through window, and he has the push through this doorway to his left. Heretics can sit pretty and let G2 make the mistake.
Bomb's going to be planted once the noise starts to pop off. Real, it is just about his decision-making. You also have Super distant in his spawn.
Wow, Krem. Oh, Beans as well. What a fadeaway. Nasty looking for another. The timing is absolutely sublime. And a sneaky Metals. Good for one. Out like a light. Doubled it. Normally bad manners, but here he goes. finds himself on the bar once more. And through the smoke, he's timed it wrong. G2 equalize.
That's a good illusion with the smoke grenade to bait him out. Force him to come in, and a lot of traps being set in this round. I think that's good homework probably on the side of Heretics, ready for Envoy just to insta-hit this outer lane. Still, Envoy nearly wins it, but sort of a fun moment, because even after that, I mean, this is a very quick 3v4 clutch for the remainder of the G2 players.
Come on.
Nasty perfectly times out that pinch. So far, so good here in Game 7.
A moment of calm, a moment of reflection. Dig deep through the player brain. Remember a play that worked, remember a moment that felt right, a timing that went your way. Bring all of it to a game like this. A perfect 2-2 split here from the Heretics.
And they're switching lanes. I mean, first time they had the double hit on the top side lane. Now Real is already going to be behind them. Beans is now turning to watch the pinch, but Real's the one that's found the space, made the entry, gets the first blood, gets the intel on number 2.
Go for the smoke. Oh, down low, Metals. Nasty in the immediate rebuttal, and that's going to be Real again in smoke, in a spot of trouble. Nasty alone, 1v3. NPC to play with as well. Oh, that's great timing. Spots the next man. There's the defuse. Super trying to make something happen here, and Nasty is not going to get given any information. Beautiful bit of work. 15 seconds to play, but Real jumps on it immediately. Will Nasty guess right? He's checking. By God, he gets it. Heretics with a defuse.
Yeah, Nasty's thinking that he overstretched it, and that is to a degree true. We can let Zuma settle that one in for the red card, but here in a Game 7 at EWC, final map for one of these teams in Black Ops 7, we'll do it all.
Yeah, really. We're at this stage of the tournament, a stretch like that, this stage of the year. I think we keep a hold of that card going into MW4. That first week of practice might be a little bit rough for the Heretics.
Dodge the nades, Kremp. Very quick down low bar in Heretics. Everybody's here. Nasty's about to get... He's going to get caught. Little bit of information. Stays alive, actually wins the gunfight. And Kremp also ends up getting that first blood, and the trades are good. And a 1v2 from Rancor. Insane that he has bomb in hand while this team is banging out the A site, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are. He's going all the way around, getting his steps in. Now bear in mind, Nasty was on a 7 spree there. And Rancor, we're going to continue to watch him. Again, very diligently check all these corners. No stone left unturned here on Sake. Here's the check. Beans from the top window, spotted out. Wow. A little bit windy out on that side of the map for Beans, but
yeah, Rancor's a shooter. Rancor's a shooter, but a round loss nonetheless. G2 timed this thing up 2-2. And I think defensively for Heretics, the thing we're going to be concerned about if you're a G2 fan, they've been very aggressive on the defensive end. First round, just 2 players from the top side lane. Next round, Real just straight through the bottom. They have been getting active, and I think for G2, it's been felt a little tricky to keep this map under control.
It's a lot of that middle, the central building. The jump ups, the ability to turn a single player on its head like that. Oh God, and then you've got this to worry about as well. Oh, Super, a delightful shot to start things off. How close he came to the second. He will not be given a third. Not when he's shooting like this.
Well, Bean's going to go pick up the bomb. The B side is going to get left open. Heretics happy to play for the retake when they have the 4v3.
It looks like, yes, we are indeed. We're plotting B here. Trophy systems in play here still. Kremp should not be throwing that smoke. Probably saving that for some sort of next trade situation. But look at this position. Oh my, he's done it again. Super has done it again. Twice now on the map. Nasty gone. And Beans at a 1v4. He has got to stop that man from the defuse. Not a hope in hell. Heretics take the lead.
Deja vu all over again. Super, basically the exact same spot. Connects with the nade, and I mean, checking those common positions. G2 not making the adjustment and getting punished for it. Super, of course, also with the impact for the first blood. So we've had, what, a couple defenses for the Heretics where they're very aggressive with their SMG players. Well, this time it's the sniper that makes the impact for the start.
Nice!
Plenty of options here on the defensive end for Heretics.
Understood that. Maybe my Spanish is getting better.
Just naturally. Feels so natural.
3-4 super. Back over to Renko with the bomb. We'll see if this hits a little closer and a little quicker to home. An incredibly efficient Team Heretics we're seeing at this event. Word to Nameless. Another first for Super. What a demon he's been here on Sake. Splinters and shells in the basement there of the distillery. The trade complete. Rencor, oh boy, makes it a 2v1. G2, it all falls down to Beans in this round. And he's going wide, round the outside. Round the outside! Traded, complete. Heretics further they go. Better 4-2.
Yeah, better teamwork, just right next to each other. A small victory for Beans. He gets the kill on Super and shuts down the spree. That small dub doesn't feel good when you still lose the round.
I mean, look at some of the positions these gunfights are taking. I mean, we're really, the heat map on this one is going to be broad. We've gone all over Sake and then some. There and back again in this game 7. Yeah, my Spanish is definitely getting better. G2 fans running out of nails. Why we even sold them seats? They're not using them. Been on the edge of it since the start of this matchup, and now they are on their feet, willing that squad to victory. A-bomb pressure, and Super with a diabolical angle on the attack.
Oh, we've seen this spot before. Metal's in the delicate situation. And Super, though, finds the snipe, and then he just pounce, try to catch the guy off bomb. Nasty, well, wins the gunfight, and he disappears in the smoke. So Nasty, he is doing this with the bomb, trying to run at the sniper.
He might have found the timing. There's the damage. Super should be able to back away from this one. The last man for his teammate is the bomb. He's over by A. So Heretics can slow this right down, contain the position that they found G2 in. But Nasty's on the hunt, mate. Nasty's not giving this up. He's doing this all alone in this 1v2. He needs some help. Clock's still ticking. He's done it for a third time.
God.
A third time. On the Beans. No clutch. Match point Heretics.
This is it. This is your moment. Nasty nearly had that 1 versus 3. Real drags that bomb towards P1. And he puts that seed of doubt in the back of your mind.
Super, he's been that guy for 3 rounds in a row now. A patient Metals. But a mechanical failure. And it's a game settings. You've got to learn yourself at this point of the season. We're turning that off for MW4. 5-2. Heretics, they can smell the win.
They can get weird with it. Yeah, we are flying. Metal soaring out. You got the lead in the round. You can try to make these types of plays, but they get punished immediately. Super and Rancor left in a 2 versus 4, and Nasty's already taken the space. He's behind him. They got him in the pinch. And then they die. It's gone.
Wait a minute. Envoy, he finds 1. He gets out with his life. That's unbelievable. Rancor down. Wow. Heretics.
Jeez.
Unbelievable resolve despite the attack. You get 1 more chance.
It's never easy, is it? It is never easy at all.
I mean, the spot you find yourselves in underneath the distillery. Heretics in 2 corners. Envoy managed to pie the whole space, kill this player in the corner, and get away with his life is unbelievable.
Yeah, shout out Envoy. He struggled a little bit. He's gotten sniped. A couple first bloods don't go his way, and we're sitting at about 1-6 at the start of that round, but makes the heads up play, and he got his 2 kills. Him and Gremp made their show of force. Still, though, these attacking rounds for G2 have been an issue. Heretics have just locked them down.
Lovely nades here through the middle of the map. Not as effective as we've seen on others. Den throughout the season. Real on this incredibly close spot is somebody there to watch again. So many things to worry about here. Bomb plant smoke to obfuscate the play, allow for that egress from sight. And Real, he finds himself another dirty angle here. He's managed to slip through. He's cut the defense in half, crimp on the trades, and now we're getting messy.
Oh, this play's everywhere. You do not want to have a sniper anymore.
He's going to go wide. He's going to run into crimp in a second. Rencor spotted out, down low. Trying to keep track of Rencor and his attack to the bottom side of the map. Now that's over. 3v1 with a bomb planted. Super. What a task this is. Lights up a dead body, and G2 string 2 together here at the 11th hour.
They kept it stock and standard. Default B-bomb plant. Spread the map, have the coverage. Real sort of finds the timing to make that play for the first blood, but everybody else just a little bit too slow, and Brent made a play over towards P3, P4.
Real's opening infiltration.
It's a great check.
Great check. Envoy there, he watches the flank later on. This is the kill onto Rencor, so it was a long battle. You know, really a battle of the minds, of the wits. 5-4, Heretics. There's still one more. One more for the improved cash prize. And this is starting to feel impossible for G2.
Nasty's looking to make the play. It's such a delicate position, and he just guesses wrong.
He guesses wrong. That's so unfortunate. The call has been made. You know it's happening. Over by the A-bomb site. And for one last time here, G2, it has got to be magic. Nasty on the check. Good for one. Gets away with his life. On the other side, it's Envoy. Finds success. No chance on the second kill. Now to Nasty. A 1v2 to stay alive. To the warehouse. And it's over. Team Heretics close it all out in Game 7.
Heretics are not here to make friends.